pimp, right? Yeah, but dig, there's been a lot of hate going on, okay? So let me holler at you something. First of all, look at here, dog. You might have seen me in the street, but shout it, you don't know me. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know me. Save all the hating and the popping, pimping, you don't know me. Quit telling people you my partner, listen, you don't know me. Don't be a groupie, keep it moving, shout it, you don't know me. Hey, I ain't tripping, pimp, the truth is really you don't know me. Yeah, you know they call me T.I., but you don't know me. You be hating and I see why, cause you don't know me. I think it's time I made a song for people who don't know me. I graduated at the streets, I'm a real OG. I've been trapping, shooting pistols since I stood 4 feet. So all you rappers acting bad, you gon' have to show me. You gon' make me bring the Chevy to a real slow creep. My partner's hanging out the window, mouth full of gold teeth. When the guns start popping, wonder when it's gon' cease. Chopper hit you in the side and create a slow leak. In the speculation, cause today we gon' see what's the future of a sucker who be hating on me. I ain't worried about the feds' investigation on me. I don't care that they at my shows and they waiting on me. I'ma keep on flossing, popping long as Toomp is on the beat. Tell police I ain't stopping, I'ma keep it in the streets. Contrary to your beliefs, I'm as real as you can be. So keep your thoughts and your feelings, shout it, you don't know me. You might have seen me in the street, but shout it, you don't know me. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know. Save all the hating and the popping, pimping, you don't know. Quit telling people you my partner, listen, you don't know. Don't be a groupie, keep it moving, shouting, you don't know. Hey, I ain't tripping, pimp, the truth is really you don't know. Yeah, you know they call me T.I., but you don't know. You be hating and I see why, cause you don't know. Hey, once again, let me remind you, pimping, you don't know. So don't be walking up and asking what's the deal on the key. I don't know if you ran wide, you could be the police. If I was slanging, you couldn't get a whole seat. See me in the PSC falling through at a show deep. Police holding up the dope, cause they know we tote deep. I just wanna rap with C, blowing in the fleet. Overclaying by the dozen different freaks in a week. I just wanna chill with country and his daddy Freddie G. Falling out at any time and in the snow and spill a G. Wanna ball in the Bahamas courtesy of KT. Backbone got a million as well as dollar DP. 8K house on the hill right next to JG. Every week meet at Falant restaurant and eat free. Get in day paid, Lil Greg and B. That's the only shot we got and getting cat back on the street. You might have seen me in the street, but shout it, you don't know. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know. Save all the hating and the popping, pimping, you don't know. Quit telling people you my partner, listen, you don't know. Don't be a groupie, keep it moving, shouting, you don't know. Hey, I ain't tripping, pimp, the truth is really you don't know. Yeah, you know they call me T.I., but you don't know. You be hating and I see why, cause you don't know. You see a sucker hating on a G, that's what it's gon' be. What you looking at? Now shout it, you don't know me. At the club in the street, so wherever we should meet us. Choppers chopping, pistols popping, pimping, you don't know. You see a sucker hating on a G, that's what it's gon' be. What you looking at? Now shout it, you don't know. At the club in the street, so wherever we should meet us. Choppers chopping, pistols popping, pimping, you don't know. You might have seen me in the street, but shout it, you don't know. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know. Save all the hating and the popping, pimping, you don't know. Quit telling people you my partner, listen, you don't know. Don't be a groupie, keep it moving, shouting, you don't know. Hey, I ain't tripping, pimp, the truth is really you don't know. Yeah, you know they call me T.I., but you don't know. You be hating and I see why, cause you don't know.
Like those. What's good? Welcome to the Wyatt Live. 1 p.m. Facts over feelings. You like those, DC? I got my new my new glasses on. Yeah, I've been watching other little shows and shit, and they doing big things. They getting their money up. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I got the guy. Okay, you what? What? I promise not to wear a Rolex on the show, though. I don't own a Rolex. Never have, never will. Thank you, Tanika. Here they go. Here they go. Now, here go my thin ones. Let me see. I got my thin ones just in case the shit didn't work out. I brought my other pair. Just in case that shit didn't work out, I brought these. And I want y'all to understand, I wear glasses, but I don't wear them to see, I can see far, I can see across the street, I can see squirrels. but these are reading glasses. Unfortunately, my setup, my setup is small letters. You know what I mean? Like some real small shit. Like a few years ago, right before COVID, I ain't gonna blame COVID like everybody else, blame COVID because something didn't work out. But a few years ago, I had 20/20 vision, 80/80, all that old shit. Whatever it was, the best vision you could have. I had it all my life. And one day I woke up and I was squinting because I couldn't see. I couldn't see. I mean, I could see, but it was blurry. And I'm like, man, I didn't had good eyes my whole life. Yeah, that's too bad. It started early with me, Tracy. Tracy said you start wearing reading glasses at 50, Wyatt. It's hereditary. Everybody in my family, and my mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my aunts, everybody wore glasses ever since I was born. So I kind of figured one day my shit was gonna get I was gonna get suspect. It was gonna be this I was gonna have to wear glasses. Just like I know I'm gonna have gray hair and all that old stuff. And when it come, it come. I got a little bit right here. When it comes, it comes. Okay, I'm not gonna front. I remember I used to say that. I used to say when my hair get low, damn it, it's just gonna get low. When you young, you think when your time come, you'll just deal with it all. It ain't no big deal until the shit come, and then you just be like, oh shit, I got my hair ain't growing in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? You went from Ready for the World, the Jerry Curl Ready for the World, all the way down to to Kojak. You can't wear. You know what I'm saying? Fellas know what I'm talking about. Ladies, y'all get thinning hair. Guys, we get bald spots. We get shit like something like when you was a kid and you used to joke on people because they had little eating spots in their head, and we should be like, oh, he got lice, or he got tetanus, or he got something. We was bad like that. We were horrible. Nappy head dude with spots in his head and shit like that. Oh, you'll get capped on. You'll get talked about. But yeah, that was horrible. But yeah, that started happening to me. So I had to, and that's what I get for talking so bad about them kids. But I started getting light at the top. I couldn't believe it. Literally, I could not believe my hair was leaving me. Because you know what? Here's the thing. The crazy thing about my hair personally, he said, not Kojak. David Herring, the only one that got that or commented. But the thing about my hair specifically is I needed a haircut every week. Anybody ever had that type of hair where you just like your hair grow out right away? Like you get a haircut on a Friday and you already need not a shape up. The shape up, literally need a hair. My hair, a whole new haircut. My hair would grow out of order a week from getting it cut. I had very fast growing hair. And let me just say this. My hair grew back so fast, I wasn't mad if I got a bad haircut. Like I'd try a new barber going into a new city. I might not get a haircut going into a city and just go somewhere. Like one time I was in California and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get my haircut while I'm there. So I get to Cali. I'm in Burbank or something like, hey, I'm in Burbank, but I go to LA. When I get to LA, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in LA. I know I can get a haircut. And in LA, all they had was a bunch of what they call them master clips. You know what I'm saying? Them old goofy ass in the mall ass shops. They didn't have no brothers and nobody out there that had, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go into one of them old master clip places, and she chopped me down like a tree. She tore my hair up, and I wasn't even mad. I'm like, okay, it's low enough. I can go handle my business or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal. It ain't the best fade. It is the worst fade, but it wasn't I could handle it. I could deal with it. And I knew I only had to be that way for about 3 or 4 days because my hair grew back so fast. It wasn't really a big problem. So it wasn't, but now I ain't got no time for your ass if you can't cut right, because my shit ain't growing back so fast. So if you mess it up, it's gonna be messed up for about 2 months. I can't afford a messed up haircut right now. Shit. I need it done right in that day. Because if it's not done right that day, I'm going to have to walk around with it messed up for at least a month, maybe 2. Shit is getting real slow, fellas. Fellas know what I'm talking about. Ladies, y'all ain't really, y'all ain't onto that. I don't know what y'all do. What y'all do? Y'all put one of them things in y'all head and shit. Y'all clip that shit on like this, and y'all got a whole new hair. Y'all put that clip on just like that. Y'all can go to the store, to the Asian lady store or whatever, and get you a clip on and put your shit on just like this and clamp you a whole nother style of hair right there on your head. You know you can do that shit. We can't do that. No, we can't really do that. We can't do that. But that all being said, man, how was everybody's night? Everybody good? We good? I want to thank everybody for being here. I got time today. I was a little busy this morning, but I'm here today for it. Anybody? Before I get started, let me see. Who was that? I don't know if she's here yet. I think it was Dominique. Linda Reed said, just go bald. Y'all don't have no choice. I'm not gonna do what them dudes with them fake ass dreads and shit doing. Like, I could really be spilling the beans. I ain't gonna really snitch on nobody. But y'all do know them dudes that got them dreads and shit halfway down their back and all that old shit going all these different ways. Like, they got dreads like this. They dreads is like this. They got like this type of shit going on. And they all the way down their back, hanging outside the football helmet. All that old shit, them dreads be this long. All like this. And they be wrapped all up into one. Coming down. You know, they wrap that shit all up. I'm talking about dudes. They wrap that shit all up. Them extensions. I ain't doing that. When it's time to go, it's time to go. I ain't wearing no damn extensions. I told my wife the other day, this is real talk what I'm about to say. I told my wife the other day, baby, look, it's been a nice ride. This is true to my heart. And if I break down, please forgive me. This is true to my heart. I told my wife the other day, I said, this is so funny. This is so funny because I told her this on our way back from Nashville. I ain't hating, Justin. I'm talking to the fellas. Ladies can come back now. Bunt. Hold up. I was telling my wife, don't make me laugh. I'm about to get emotional. You're about to mess me up today. Justin, I was thinking about you. Did you hear what Twin said? That y'all gonna go 15-2? Bro, I'm thinking he ain't from Chicago. Because a real one would never say no shit like that. Ain't nobody in Chicago saying that but Twin. So you already know he ain't really from Chicago. He from somewhere else. Anyway, let me get back to my story. I was coming back. Twin gonna hurt me for that. But anyway, I was coming back. We were coming back from Nashville. And I told my wife, and I was really emotional. I don't know what got into me. But you know, my baby, you know, I had to drop her off. I was already, you know, gasping for air because I couldn't catch my breath. And I told my wife we was halfway down the street. He said, yes, sir, Super Bowl this year. Okay, you going to go to Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback? When was the last time that happened? Anyway, don't get me on the sports talk. Please. But anyway, let me just say this. I was driving back and I had an emotional moment. Dominique, remind me to tell you, I need to tell you something, sis. Okay, right here on the air. Remind me. Hey, what's up, Dominique? I see she here. She sent a message yesterday. I wasn't really feeling that shit. So if I say it like that, she'll remind me for sure. She'll think she'll what? Y'all know she's cynical. What happened? What? I got we get to argue today? Yeah. Yeah, he want to argue with me. No, I got something to tell you on here. I want to make sure we get the dust and the air clear. Or should I say the air clear from the dust? But anyway, let me just say this. Driving home, she said, what I do now, it's something that I did, sis. Okay, damn. All right, feel it better? Can I get this out? Don't say nothing. Sit down in the back of class and let me just get this one out and then I'll come right to you, Dominique. I promise. I ain't got nothing but love for you, sis. I just wanted to make sure that you and I have an understanding of what I said didn't pertain to you. Bet? Bet. Stay tuned. Listen, I was driving back from Nashville and I had an emotional moment. I was already in my feelings with my daughter, right? And I was like, babe, it's been a good ride. You know, it's been a good ride. And if something happens to me, I just want to let you know that everything's taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Certain things is where they supposed to be. I still ain't showing your ass yet. I'm gonna have to damn near be on the gurney dying before I show you everything. Ladies, if you think your man then showed you everything, sorry, he hasn't. All right. So, damn, I'll be dropping them. I'll be telling y'all. I tell our secrets too much. But anyway, I do get into it and I tell her, like, listen, babe, I just, like my hair was balding and shit. When it's time to go, I'm ready to go. Sound weird, don't it? I don't want to be living my whole life and the rest of my life shooting, like shooting shit in my body to stay alive. I don't want to have to take like 22 pills a day. I don't want to have, I know, Sean D, my bad, bro. I've lived a fruitful life. It's been pretty damn good. It started out slow though. It was really fucked up at the beginning, but it got better. It got better. So I told my wife, I'm like, look, babe, look, if something happened, don't go out. Don't put me on no kidney list. Don't put me on no heart shit list. Don't do that. Don't do it, please. Just, know that I love you and the kids and some of these people I be talking to. But let me go. Let me go ahead and go see my mama and my grandmother and a few friends that they still owe me a little something, a little money. But I'm just, let me go, babe. You feel me? Anybody else feel that way when it's time to go? I don't want to be walking around with a motherfucking bag with my heart in it and pumping it and all that old shit to stay alive. I don't want to walk around with an oxygen tank like I'm about to jump in the water, like scuba fishing and all. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. And for those that are doing it, God bless you. This is not a knock on you. This is not me saying I'm talking about my choices with life. Matter of fact, I still got some good kidney. I still got some good some good internal organs that you can maybe give to somebody to prolong their life. I'm good. I'm good. And I wanted you to know, if I'm on the bed and they tell me they got to put me on a machine to keep me alive, that ain't how I want to live. I'm good. Let me go. Because God gave me almost everything I've ever wanted to see in life. I would love to see my kids grow up to have kids and they see their grandfather and all that old shit. I would love to see that. But I don't know if God has that in store for me, that let it be that. I just don't want to make the choice that I stay alive when God didn't already put me in the path of me going away. I don't want to try to, go against his will. That's just me. And I don't mean it to be a joke. I meant it because I was telling my telling my wife that the other day, and I know I got way long on that because I was talking about hair going away, and some of y'all probably tripping like, how the hell did he get from bald spots and when his hair is gone, let it go and cut it off, and you start talking about your life? Actually, this is real. This was a real conversation that I had, and I was like, listen, just let me go, babe. If I get hit by something and I'm on, and I'm now if I'm like, you got a coma or something, that's different. Don't just tell them to kill me. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm sitting there living on my own, that's fine. Let me live. I might come back. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what's going on up there. I don't know. I might see some shit I don't want to deal with up there right now. Just give me some time. But if they putting me on machines, nah, don't do that. Don't plug me up. If you got to plug me up, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to shut it down. Linda Reed, what you say? She said, Wyatt, can you procast from the bed? Podcast, maybe? Can you podcast from the bed? Just start on time. My bad, Linda Reed. I forgot. I can't say nothing bad about you. You the church lady in here. So I'm gonna let that slide. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what that was. Sorry. I don't know if you shared this because you don't want your church people to see that we over here. But I'm just saying, I don't know what you just said, but I'm sure you'll clear it up. I don't get it. Maybe it was something that I said before. Do I podcast from the bed? Can I get here on time? I know I didn't talk about 2-3 things. I don't think that correlates with anything I just said. But that's cool. I'm sure you're just trying to throw me off. Maybe I'm talking about something you don't want to hear. I'm just saying, I don't get it. I don't get it. There's Roz and Dominique going at it again. They love each other. Get a room already or something. Just go get another. Yeah, I thought I was being dirty. I meant go get a chat room. Go get a chat room and throw darts at each other or throw insults at each other so y'all can. It's clear that y'all love each other. It's clear y'all got feelings. When one of y'all just gonna step up and be the bigger person and just say, hey, look, why don't we just meet for lunch and stop playing? There you go. He said she's stalking again, bro. She dig you, bro. Give her a shot. Damn, I mean, these are the elementary school games that we used to play. I told you I used to throw rocks at girls. I didn't know any better. I was young. I used to think I've been thinking girls cute ever since I can't remember a time I never thought girls was cute. And when you ain't got game, you throw rocks and shit. You throw shit at them. You make them not like you. You bring the attention. You call them names. That's what you do when you're young, right? Some dudes never stop. They still that way. Oh, okay, I got you. No, I ain't gonna start on. What makes you think I might be able to start on time at that point, Linda Reed. She said, I mean podcast. If you're on your deathbed, just start on time. Boy, you got a lot of love for me, don't you, Linda Reed? Damn. Whew. I don't care if you dying. You just start at 1:00. Damn, I feel sorry for your husband, girl. You must be an abuser, Linda Reed. Telling that fake ass church shit you be talking. You probably be at home kicking AC ass. I'm just saying. No, where you going, AC? Where you going? You better not. You better not die on me. You better not die on me, AC. You die on me, Ninja, I'll kill your ass if you die on me. I'll kill your ass if you die on me. You're an abuser. Damn, Linda. Never knew. You know them church folks, you gotta be careful. Be walking around with one finger up. And that's they really doing this with the intent of doing this. That's what it is. I got it, Linda Reed. Just by that comment you just made on me. Are you gonna start on time if you dying? If you're on your deathbed, can you at least get here at 1:00 if you dying? Damn, it's so cold. So cold. All right, so look, a couple things, man, while I'm sitting here not talking about nothing. Where should I start? Has anybody I'm a lover, not a fighter, she says. Okay, yeah. Regina, was that you that tried to send me some startup music? Okay, look, I do like DJ a little bit, but if you want a song requested, you got to send some cash. I'm that DJ. I'm the DJ where if you want to, that's how DJs get tips. You can't just be sending me some shit. Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play this? It's in my rotation too. Like I actually have the song you wanted me to play, but I ain't seen no cash app behind it. I didn't see no request to accept the cash app. I ain't seen nothing. I seen an order. Play this shit right here, man. This is old school. Throw this shit on. Throw this one on there. Gotta throw some cash behind that request. I'm just playing. Jeez, I'm giving orders and shit. I don't understand people. I'm just playing, Regina. All right, so look, man, let me see what I got here. Couple different things. I wrote a couple things down because I knew that I was gonna be here for a minute. I actually had to do some work at the house last night, and I I cut my finger a little bit. Y'all know them paper cuts be the worst. I'd rather just get hit in the hand with a hammer or some shit. These paper cuts are the absolute worst. It's a sandpaper paper cut. So it's a little bit different than the average paper cut. It's a sandpaper paper cut, which means, I was out on the deck last night. In the wintertime, you got to take care of a lot of stuff. And I was out there handling some things because I was draining the water outside. And I was taking care of some stuff and I cut my finger a little bit and it's killing me. Like it's that paper cut. You can't even see it. It's when them irritable, can't see type of cuts, but you can feel it. It's horrible. Dominique, let me get to you real fast if you don't mind. Can I do that? Can I get to Dominique real fast? Sis, it's nothing personal. It was just you made a comment yesterday when I made a comment. I made a comment about something when I was talking about affordable housing in the Bond Hill area. I want to clear that up real fast. I made a comment. I looked at the camera and I said, oh, they on some clown shit. And I'm on something that I'm talking about that's real. Because I was in a flow of affordable housing in that project that they have going on over in Bond Hill. And I didn't want to get distracted. And somebody said something that was clownish to me when you say some shit like uppity people don't want affordable housing around them. That's how Wyatt live. And when I hear shit like that, that's clown shit to me. Because if you hear long enough, you know my heart. You know who I am and what I'm about. That's why I'm trying to tell people that live in Bond Hill what's coming for them if they think they're going to get that $7 million directed to them. It was a city play. So the city, I don't think they're going to put that whole $7 million into Bond Hill. That's my opinion. And sis put something on there. I caught it later. She was like, I feel like he's talking about me in that clown shit. It wasn't directed at you because you didn't make the comment that I felt was some clown shit. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't like when I get to talking about something that's real and effective on people's life. And I think it was in regards to, I made a comment like, who gonna open up for that convention tomorrow night, which was last night, or tonight, which was yesterday. I said, like, is Luke coming? You know what I'm saying? And people got offended by that shit as if Megan Thee Stallion is like a pillar of the community and didn't come from a strip club and all that old shit. Like it's very close. I mean, you could argue if the same type of act is coming, which they didn't. I think they did a great job last night, by the way. I'll talk a little bit about that. I think it was classy. Other than some of the stuff that wasn't really true outside of the presentation, I thought it was pretty classy. So, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Some people may not agree with my take on it, but I think that they did a great job in the setup. The presentation was good. I think their speakers were normal speakers, people that would normally come out. Here's the one thing that came up when I made that comment about, I think it might have been Megan Thee Stallion or Luke or whoever it was. I made a comment yesterday about how it's crazy how our artists could, how we don't demonize people who talk bad about our girls in our community, our housing, in our community. And they rap about hoes and bitches and sluts and tramps, and that's the music. And it's crazy how people defend it. You know what I'm saying? Well, what they do over there, what Kid Rock do. And I know somebody said that. I know that. And that's why I went back to say, well, what did Kid Rock say? And I will defend my position on how I feel about rap music demonizing our young women in our community. It's bad music for women, and it makes women, it's a dysfunctional behavior that has become normal because it's a normal thing. If you put it in rotation, it becomes normal. So that's my position on that dirty ass rap music, including Sexy Red and all the rest of them. They're not good for us. They're not good for the community. And some people have been saying that for 30 years, and we just let it go by because guess who's responsible for normalizing it? Us, our generation. That's what I'm saying, Dominique. I agree with you. Damn, you get it? We're gonna agree to agree today. She says, but Wyatt, we listened to 2 Live Crew, and did they used to say, yes, you're absolutely right. We're responsible for normalizing bad music in our communities. We had the girls on the walls at the parties and shit with the don't stop, get it, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. We normalized it. Look where it came. Look where it got us. Okay. Ben About That Check says, E-Man tried to say you didn't address the Kid Rock lyrics. I probably didn't, but now I'm willing to do that right now if y'all want me to. The Kid Rock is, okay, you might have a valid point that he get up there and said some bad words, some cuss words, but I don't care. I don't care what what's his name? Kid Rock. I don't care what he's talking about. He ain't up there talking about the women in his community and making the people in his community normalize calling they women bitches, slows, huts, and all this old shit like our little boys do these girls. And it's so normal and it's so normalized that you got little girls saying it. Oh, I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. No, sweetheart, you're not. You're not that bitch. Stop it. So whatever, what his name and them talking about. See, I don't equate what other people do with what I should be doing. I don't do that. Unfortunately, some people just don't get that. They think since the other people do it over there, you gonna criticize us, but ain't gonna, okay, what did your mother ever tell you? Take care of your home. Take care of your house. What difference does it make what your next door neighbor is doing? What difference does it make what the people down the street doing? What difference does it make what the people across the bridge are doing? Take care of your home. That's how I grew up. Anybody else grow up like that? Or did you grow up in a home where when the Joneses was doing something, you had to do it too? Or if little Johnny was going to jail, your mama was okay that you was going to jail because little Johnny and them go to jail, shit, fuck it. Go ahead, little Randy, go to jail. Little Johnny and them down the street, they going to jail. My mama always told me, remember when the mother went off on the little boy out in the street and some of y'all got a little heated about that shit? Y'all was like, she shouldn't have came out there and got all in his face and embarrassed him like that. She did exactly what she should have did because those conversations behind the closed doors weren't working for his ass. All that sneak dissing she was doing behind closed doors, she had to not sneak diss and she had to tell the truth about his friends, his cousins, and all that old shit. They ain't got shit going on, Earl. I told you. They ain't got nothing going on. They ain't doing shit like you doing things. So mama had to go off on his ass. And some of us so quick to normalize bullshit that you want to try to find a point or a piece to be right in, even when you know the shit is wrong. And you want your point to be so valid that when it is wrong, when the big case is wrong, as long as you write in your little small piece, that's the justification that you need. You did your job. You were relevant. Okay, that's good. But me, I grew up in a way where I didn't worry about what people was doing down the street. And I sure didn't worry about anybody that wasn't doing nothing in my home. So whatever Kid Rock and them talking about, if he telling everybody to shoot dope, I don't care. I only care when my little girls that look up to the people that they look up to are saying some bullshit. Now, y'all can take that for whatever you want. That's my explanation. That's my explanation. F what Kid Rock is saying. My daughters don't listen to Kid Rock. Let me go get some of the comments real fast because I'm sure I said something that people don't like. I think I had a call. Let me go to the phone lines at the same time. I'll juggle a few things. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Your homie Twin, man.
Uh-oh. Twin, what's good with you, bro?
That shit show that went on last night, that's what's good.
What you mean?
That shit wasn't nothing, man. I hate to say it, man. It ain't nothing but a pump fake ass thing. Only thing got going on, they had in a corrupt city, Chicago, which is a gangster city, and they know what they was doing. Like, why we didn't care about what was going on, really. But we kept each other in check and stuff in the community, though. We don't see that no more. You ask one of these little boys to do something, they'll cuss you out in a minute, Wyatt.
Okay.
But back in the day, Wyatt, when we was growing up, we'd have got our goofy knocked off. And people don't realize, regardless of what they said something about it, why you ain't mentioned Kid Rock and all that.
Okay.
But let me tell you this, Wyatt.
Well, wait. The reason why I didn't say, hold on, let me just say this. It's not going to be long. I promise you can have the floor. The only reason why I didn't say anything about Kid Rock is because in the middle, I was at Black Rusher was on the phone and he brought something different to the conversation. And he was talking about affordable housing and that grant, some money that was coming up, you know what I'm saying, in Bond Hill. And I got into my flow of that. That's the only reason why I didn't say anything about Kid Rock. And I'm going to keep it real simple, twin. I don't give a shit what Kid Rock is talking about. He don't influence my community.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
And then you look at it like this. Only thing they doing is pump faking with their goddamn Megan Thee Stallion and the rest of them Goonies and stuff. They sit up there and shake your ass, and then you look at your son or your daughter looking at her like, Mom, I want to be like that. I'm going to be a Democrat and stuff because I want to get up there. Wish she ain't put your agenda on nothing. She pump faking and let dude go to jail. No damn well he ain't shoot her ass. Her damn friend did it and everything. That man got to face a double fucking charges and everything for her stupidity and shit. So I don't agree with none of this shit that's going on, especially these local Democrats. I was reading the chat earlier on Lincoln Ware how they really try to convince people to come Democrat, man. Don't nobody want to listen to that garbage. And then when Stephon was telling the truth and speak about how these gatekeepers and stuff is, y'all want to go behind, oh, you trying to be a Republican. I'm a clown Lincoln tomorrow on this shit. Because no, you can't tell nobody what to do. You ain't nobody tell you, did somebody tell you put that crown down? No, you ain't go do it. So how you go influence me and convince me to vote for a goddamn Democrat, which they ain't doing nothing? See, I'm not a damn politician. And people get mad at me. Oh, you go lose this, you go lose that, immunity and all that. Let me tell you one thing. A motherfucker can't come in your crib and take your motherfucking food and shit that you bought for nothing. You paid for this shit. If you let that nigga come in here and take, you a goofy and shit. I ain't gonna let no motherfucking nigga come take over my shit. My family there too, regardless what the fuck you doing. Even though I got a welcome sign out here saying welcome, motherfucker, you ain't welcome here. So what you coming in here for? So I look at it like that, man. These people out here just scare tactics, man. They go take your immunity, the police. Man, if the police do that, they gonna wish they had to put on that uniform that day, Wyatt. I mean, I'm woke, man, about this shit. I'm not no politician guy, never been. But, you know, I used to ride with the Democrats and shit because, you know, it was, you know, business behind it. But now, man, they just fucking gatekeepers to me, man. And shit, they tell you shit when they hit the fan, when they know this shit was going on. And now they want to just, oh, we'll take your vote. See you in the next 4 years. Come on, man. I'm not no rush to know. You get mad at people because they don't want to vote. Come on. They know it's a shit show going on. It's showtime at the Apollo. Come on down. You a next contest. Not a next contest, next to Vic. That's what the fuck you is. They about to play y'all lad. And shit, don't fall for this shit. Donald Trump did. And shit, the orange man this and stuff. I look better than you. Man, he pump faking y'all. That's game he running on y'all goofy. And y'all falling for this shit. Man, that's why I don't get into that shit, man. Y'all ain't gonna scare me with this shit. And my man, I don't wake up to fucking voting and all that. And what's this? No, man, I'm trying to make sure this motherfucking transaction go right in my life. Shit, I ain't worried about no damn. They can't stop shit. The government can't stop nothing. Quit saying that shit. That killed me, man.
Okay.
Go ahead, Wyatt.
No,
I mean, it's just crazy, man. People just, oh, they gonna take this away from your kids. Man, you just don't know how people crazy these days. That stand up and fucking kill our whole government. Y'all got armies, but it's a lot of armies out here. Shit, y'all motherfuckers still ain't running shit. Hell with the government. Oh, they go do this. They go, no, they ain't. You believe that shit if you want to. I'm not. I hate to say it, Wyatt, but you were saying something earlier about what you were saying. In case you die, you don't want to be plugged to the ventilator and all that.
Yeah.
As either, I don't believe. I don't. What you call? I agree with you, Wyatt, because man, they pump faking all them medicine and all that crazy stuff, getting you medicine that you ain't never heard of. Oh, this will help your heart. This will help you. In that case, send me some of that bogus ComC lotion they selling out here. That can heal your headache. They say. Let me get some of that shit. Wow. So you can do all magic. But no, Wyatt, I'm like you. John Gotti said, I don't want none of it. Let me die. Even my uncle, before he passed away this year, he said, I don't want none of that. Just go ahead and take me out. My brother, too, man. They ain't want none of that medicine, that new stuff they putting in. No, don't try to resuscitate me. I'm cool. Yep. All right, Wyatt, I ain't going to hold you up, man. I'm just going to listen to this little... But I probably won't even listen because it was boring to me, man. I listened for like probably 10 minutes. and they ain't talking about nothing. Crying and Joe winning his old goddamn it. Oh, hold on, let me get my thoughts together. He got stuck 3 or 4 times and everything. And the only thing I heard, I don't give a damn. He didn't do a damn thing. That's the only thing I heard. Then he got stuck, and people ain't talk about that, how stuck he got and shit, a lot of land. But all right, man, I ain't gonna keep talking.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna keep listening.
All right, twin.
Be safe, man.
All right, man. Put some. Are you at work, bro?
I'm about to go at 3 o'clock, Lord's will.
Okay, you going to Kroger?
Yeah.
Go in the freezer for a little while, bro. All right, and sit
For
down
what?
there and sit on the
For
milk
what?
crate just to chill out. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool.
I gotta go in there anyway, put it away.
Yeah,
put the
yeah.
freezer away.
Get one of them little milk crates that come, you know, them little plastic.
I don't
milk
sit
crates.
on them damn milk crate too hard, and they ain't got no cushion. I go on to break one if I gotta sit down or something, or lean against the wall.
Damn. I used to sit on the milk crates, man. They worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to carry my records in them milk crates, and I used to do quite a bit with them milk crates, to be honest with you. I never thought that they were too hard to sit on.
This girl there hit me with a milk crate, and it kind of scarred me a little bit on my knee.
So you traumatized from the milk crates?
No, man, I tell the female because, you know, ex and everything in the family, man, I got to jump, and she threw the milk crate and caught me off guard.
Man,
and,
you need football season to start, bro. You need some shit to really be angry at. Like, you really need football season to start.
No, man, every time I turn on TV, man, I hate this stuff. Man, today's new, Orange Man said this, he got a fly on his nose. In today's new, he said he look better than Kamala. In today's news, man, I want to hear this shit every day, man. Wake up to something positive. Today's new, Bobby became the new president. LaQuisha came the new government. Wake up to something like that. I want to hear that shit every day. It's a back and forth shit show going on, man.
Let me add, twin, I'm not trying to mess nobody hustle up, okay? I've never been that type of dude to get in nobody's pocket or try to mess nobody's pocket up or anything. But let me ask you something, man. Are you like under some type of contract where you have to participate, call, and be part of the conversation or just listen? Or is that like, man, is there a contract?
I talk, no, ain't no contract. When I talk, I just talk. And then next thing I know, people want to say, well, twin or Republican, he doing it. They go lose this. And I got to get on about it. I mean, I joke. I joke with this shit. I joke. I go behind and say, I told him a lot of things. He laughed at. He said, I put on a show for you clowns that's on here. And I told him that. I said, they can believe whatever the fuck they want. I said, you see, I can get some shit started. And he laughed at me. I said, yeah, you see that shit? And they believe me too. Yeah. So they get on there thinking I'm doing this, but I'll be dead ass in when I say fuck that damn politician shit.
Right.
On my mom, I'll be serious about that. But any other thing, I'm real about. But when it comes to that politics, I can give 2 fucks about it. I'm not no damn voter. Only time I voted really when the vote for his black ass Obama, and I voted for Trump one time. Other than that, I ain't no damn fucking politician. I don't care less. And I voted for what's that one lady? Yvette Simpson. I voted for her. To go against Crowley bitch ass.
Hey, twin, let me help you 1 second, bro. Because you know what happens is this is what happens when people voice their opinions and then people see a kink in your armor. They see a little kink in your armor. I want to help you with something right here on the air because nobody else is doing it for you. Okay, stop saying that you're not a politician. That's very clear. It's clear that you're not a politician, brother. This is coming from the heart and love. Okay, stop saying that you're not a politician. Say to the people, you're not into politics. I'm not into politics. I don't favor it. It's not part of my conversation. I'd rather not deal with it. And just
have to be politically correct and tell them I'm not a politician.
Because when you're trying to be correct, being politically correct helps a little bit.
Well, if they don't understand, damn it, they don't understand.
Okay. All right. You're right. You're right.
If they don't understand, they don't understand. I'm not with this shit. I don't wake up to this shit. I don't give y'all 4 years of this bullshit. Vote for this, vote for that. No, that's not my MO to wake up to shit like that. And I'm not gonna wake up to and everything. People really, well, this, and all that, putting that old scare tactics bull crap in people's ear and everything, the fear. Man, they gonna take that. You know, Project 2025. Yeah, they've been talking about that since Reagan Day. Y'all just not hearing about it since we're in a new era or whatever, and shit, it's gotta come to the front float. No, hell with that. They can't take nothing from it. They go do this. Oh, yeah, let's see it happen. Not in America. You're not gonna spit in my face. You're not gonna tell me go over there and drink at the Blackwater fountain. You're not gonna tell me you do no shit. Get behind the back of the bus. That shit over with. No, you ain't gonna tell me that. I can sit where the fuck I want to sit and drink whatever the fucking water fountain I want to drink off, which I don't drink off. So get the fuck out of here with that goofy shit, man.
All right, twin.
We in a new era.
Twin,
We're in a new era.
You hear the shot
This
clock.
ain't 1950 no more, player.
You're right.
It's not. You're not
gonna
gonna spit in my face and tell me this and that.
I feel you on that. Those days over with. I feel
that shit is dead with me. So you turn out this 25 project shit y'all coming up with, that's make believe.
Well, it's not make believe. It's a real thing. I just think that what happens is
it's make believe because y'all making that shit up to even tell us some shit like that.
Twin, it's not a made up thing. It's a real situation. I don't think it's something that they make it out to be. I will agree with that. Like I said, if you want people to understand where you're coming from and what you want them to hear you say, you got to somewhat say it in a way where it makes sense to them. You can't make everything make twin. You just got to be a little bit more flexible and no.
Here, go to his mom. I don't want
shit, man. What's that, man? What you doing, bro?
Sit down, Dada. My fault, man.
What you be babysitting?
Yeah.
I figured. I know. Good. Keep them kids. Calm down, bro. You in front of them kids screaming and hollering like that, bro. You about to blow a gasket and them kids sitting right there.
No, that Peep's trying to clown and stuff. He know what time it is.
All right, twin, I gotta go, man. I got people calling in, bro, but I appreciate you. Thanks for engaging with us, okay?
All right, man.
Talk to you.
Peace. All right.
Let's go to the next caller right away, man. Let's get these out the way. Let's get them out the way. Let's get the callers out of the way. I appreciate the callers. I just want to kind of get in my flow once I'm ready to start talking about something. So let's get them on out the way. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is CK, brother. How you doing, man?
Hey, CK, what's good, brother? Team CK, what's happening?
Yeah, hey, that was a good statement. Like you said, I'm not in the politics.
Right.
Say it smooth like that. Yeah. Like
hey,
you
CK,
say, just correct verbiage.
Can I pause you for 1 second, brother? I got to tell somebody something on the chat. Davis Denise, give me a second. I will talk about that land. We're going to talk about that today, and I got video clips. All right, I want to just share that. I wanted to. I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna touch on that today, so stay tuned. All right, it's about the land that 50 Cent bought in Shreveport, and I used to live there, so I know. But y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say because I got video clips. I got some things you might like it. We're gonna have a split. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a split court today. All right, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a split court on my opinion on that. But it's good information. And I want to share my opinion on that. Go ahead, CK. Take us home. Take us all the way there.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to listen to that because that's a great place. Did you like living there? It's a great place to live, right?
I lived in New Orleans, and I'll be honest with you. It started out slow. Most things in my life start out slow. New Orleans was real tough for me when I got there because I was an out-of-towner. I was a Midwest kid. I've had these conversations. I brought this up on the show before. I was an out-of-towner. I was from the Midwest. They're the South who think that they are Midwest or East Coast type thinkers when it come down to how they called me country boy. I'm from the Midwest. They clearly down South. But the culture is totally different. I'm not an outdoorsy guy. I'm from the bricks. You understand? They do everything outside. It started out slow for me, but once I started getting some friends that I could relate to, it got much better. And New Orleans is a great city for probably like 3 days and 2 nights. All right. So if you want to get you a flight and shit for 3 days and 2 nights, it's a great place to be. But to be there 3 years and go to school there, here's what happened. I actually went to school there for 2 years, but I ended up going back to LSU. So I was there longer, and LSU is not in New Orleans, but I'm just saying I was in Louisiana. But I was there a little bit longer than the 3 years. But 3 years of my life, it was very pivotal because I started there in like the 8th grade.
How was the violence? Was the violence crazy when you was living there?
Violence was off the hook. There was a shooting.
Oh, so you had to worry. Well, you was with your moms and them?
Yeah, but that shit, bro. Listen, I'm from down the way, and I didn't play well with suburban kids. Like I wasn't seeking out suburban kids. They don't do the shit. First of all, suburban kids never really came outside except to ride their bikes. I'm from go play pickup basketball. You don't see in the suburbs people out at the basketball courts shooting baskets. They shoot baskets in their driveways. I'm looking for a whole pickup game. So I got to go down in the 5th Ward. I got to go downtown. It's the same thing. And I think every hood kid, this is not glorifying. I know a lot of people don't understand this, but when you from the hood, you find the hood because you can relate. You speak the language. Now, that don't mean every hood don't have a bunch of people that's just shitty. I mean, there's good people, quiet people, outgoing people, the dope dealers over there, the regular people over here. You know, it's like that in every hood. Every hood is not, you don't have to duck and dive and do all that. Your environment, you choose what environment you want to be in when you're in the hood. If you want to be with the gangsters, you go hang with the gangsters. If you want to be with the kids that play basketball and sport, that's what you do. But for me, I had to seek that out because that's what I knew. You know, I'm not no street dude, but you know what I'm saying? That's what I knew. So I would ride my bike or sometimes ride the bus downtown because I lived in Jefferson Parish.
Hey, but you know, Wyatt, this is what I wanted to ask you about because you're a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts on the Marlon Wayans DJ Vlad debacle?
I don't know about it.
Well, DJ Vlad sought out Marlon for an interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Marlon stated his terms through his associates.
Okay, his fee.
His fee is he wants $40K for appearance. $40K, sir.
Damn.
Yes, and 30% of future revenue.
Okay, whatever the stream
profit
get
from the interview.
Sure, whatever the stream get. That I don't know the numbers. I don't know the going rates, but the setup seems fair. Get a sitting fee, and plus you get a residual off of the views. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Now, Vlad took this negotiation public with Ari Spears and tried to make Marlon look bad, which Marlon exposed him as a culture vulture.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of negotiating, why would you don't you think something like that shouldn't be public? Isn't that's supposed to be behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, I think it's bad business when you expose contracts in public, especially if it's something like where, here's the thing. I know some situations where like talent agencies and things of that nature can get sued for doing that same thing. You can disclosing information, you can be sued for that.
And Marlon, he being the intelligent brother he is, he stated that in the post. He said, "This is very unprofessional, and I was giving you a deal, right?"
Well,
like you said,
why he said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in the entertainment industry, they do have egos, and they do have this thing about, well, I make more money than you. I get a higher fee than you. And what it did is it kind of put his business out there like, oh, I'm only getting 40,000, where some people might be getting 100,000, or some people may be getting 150 or 200,000. I know some rappers, this is not going to sound good, but I mean, sound right, but it's true. I've seen some rappers go to some cities and get $350,000 for one show.
Right. Now, guess how much the counter offer was that he offered Marlon?
What's that?
To be on the show.
Oh, instead of
$5K.
That's about right. See, that's what a podcaster can pay. Podcasters are not paying 40 and 50,000.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Now we about to take you back home to the Essex down the way.
Okay.
You know what this is, sir. You know what this is.
You're gonna have to catch me up. You know I'm slow.
I'm about to get you up because I don't know why you be slicking because you street wise, but then you throw it out your mind. This is about. You think Marlon gets paid to go to the Breakfast Club? Do you think Marlon gets paid to go do what's his name? Sway in the morning?
No, I don't think they get. I don't know. I don't know, but I know they're not.
No, he doesn't. We do know. What we're saying is Vlad is not on their level. Who has Vlad had on his platform that equals a Marlon Wayans?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Vlad is a trendsetter at that. I mean, he damn it is. Look, I don't dislike him or like him, but damn it, he's put the work in, and he's had some powerful videos and some powerful interviews and stuff on his platform. He's done well for himself. So I don't know. I know that.
Who have you had? Now you're trying to step into the big leagues. You want to play in the big leagues? You got to pay the price. You got to pay the cost to be the boss, baby.
Yeah.
Who have you had on Marlon Wayans caliber on your platform, sir? Who? T.K. Kirkland? D.L. Hewley? Nobody is on Marlon Wayans status. He's bigger than the guys you got. You got has-beens and upcomings. You don't have legends.
Okay, well, maybe,
You see what I mean? You can't get
So
Chris Rock on your platform. You can get Tony Rock.
But wait a minute, is Marlon Wayans a legend?
You know he is.
I don't know if he's legendary. I don't know about that.
He's what you call Hollywood royalty.
No, well, maybe so, because I think his brother might be a legend who started In Living Color. I don't know the Wayning brother's name, but I don't know which. Keenan, I think it is Keenan. He may be a legend because he started that. Without him, none of them would have had the careers that they have.
You put Marlon on your platform for 1 hour interview, and you get 24-hour prep. You get him an hour. Imagine how much your numbers would jump.
Oh, he's gonna do
just
numbers
from that one interview.
Yeah, he's gonna do numbers. But let me tell you what I put in legend category, and then I'm gonna move on from this. I put things like what Cat Williams did for the Shay Shay. That's legend. That's legend work right there. When you put a dude on who did so many views that the podcast bring in $500,000, and that's doing legend numbers where you break the internet. Cat Williams would go down as being a legend for being able to make that happen.
Right, and was that premeditated or did it just happen naturally?
No, I think.
Did they go in there trying to make that happen? No.
I think Cat Williams. No, there was no guarantee it was going to happen. But let me just say something. I think Cat Williams saved it for a brother. I think he's purposely, and that's something that I would do. I mean, not on this platform. I'm saying if I was in the opportunity to big somebody and make their platform bigger or make their business grow, if I was a celebrity, I would probably do that for people that were up and coming and have potential to hold down their own shows and stuff. I would probably try to go help them, be a springboard for them. That's what I would do with my celebrity.
Yeah, I just want you to understand that the whole point of what Marlon is doing is letting him know I don't fuck with you, right? That's what he's telling you. He's giving you I don't fuck with you price.
Well, why don't he just say it instead of trying to price himself out?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say pay me. I do fuck with you if you give me my 40K and 30% revenue.
He ain't gonna get that though, and he know he not.
Hold on. That's what I'm saying. That's what being a boss is. You could have called his bluff. If it was me or if it was you, I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't have did Vlad and just threw a temper tantrum. I would have said, hold on, Marlon. Check this out. I can't give you the 30% future revenue, but what I can do, I got 50K for you. Come on. Is that reasonable?
I don't know.
From your point of view.
I don't know, bro. And the reason why I don't know is because I know I'm in this little industry now, but I don't know the numbers that they do. And I don't know how much money. You got to do a forecast. You have to say, okay, I'm predicting, or it's an estimated, this is going to be my viewership. I can't give somebody $50,000 and not know what my potential earning is on it. I have to project manage it. What?
Sir, you listen what I'm saying. You own the rights to a Marlon Wayans life story interview. You own it for 50K.
Bro,
so that means from today, from now on.
Yeah, but let me say this to you, bro. I don't think that waning is one that I would, mortgage my home for to get him on my show. I'm just saying, like, he's not the one that I would think that's. Look, if Cat Williams came and said, hey, Wyatt, look, man, I want to do your platform. I know you up and coming and this and this and this and that. Let's do a sit down. I'd work a deal out with him that people would say, damn, Wyatt got a.
Did you say who? Who did you say?
Cat Williams. I mean,
That's my point, sir. Listen what you're saying. You going to look for Marlon. Vlad, he didn't go to Vlad like, look, bro. He didn't do that. So I'm saying if Vlad is going to seek Marlon, you're going to get Marlon's price.
Okay, I got
you. That's what I'm saying. It's different. You're right. If Wayans was coming to Vlad, I would agree with you totally. But you're coming. If I just seek out, listen, I want to interview the head coach of the Bengals. He got his price. I don't know what his price. I don't know the man at all. But whatever his price is his price. What do I look like coming over? Man, the Bengals coach, he's a buster. He tried to charge me $100K for an interview.
Yeah.
Won't I look like a sucker?
Yeah, you would, bro. You would. Hey, man, CK, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You have a gift.
Go ahead, I'm gonna listen to you.
No, you have a gift. You have an absolute gift. Okay. You got a gift that make people keep coming. Because you know what? I got to sign you to a deal to my network right here on the air.
Yes,
what
sir.
Big Red say to your boys, like, you got to sign. I got to sign y'all to a contract right now. I got to sign you to a contract like right now. Hey, bro, I got to get you signed up, man, for your own show on the Wyatt Live on our podcast, man. And the reason being is because you're talented. You have the ability to talk about something and people follow you for a second and then you lose them and you force them to come back because they got to figure out what the fuck it was you were talking about. See what I'm saying?
Right.
It's brilliant.
Right.
It's brilliant.
It's like I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Damn it, we got to sign you. We got to sign you, bro. I'm telling you,
Hell
I
yeah.
got plenty space on the roster. You can leave this shit off and take us where I'm trying to go.
Hey, your history's so scary. Hey, Wyatt, your history's so scary. Let me tell you, we go get off the phone with this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave you with this.
Okay, let's get it.
Your history is so scary, boy. When you told me you went to New Orleans, I said, "Oh shit!" I thought you got killed back then. You talking to me right now? I'm like, he like, well, I say that's the killer fields. I said, well, that's some scary shit down in New Orleans. That's all I was thinking about because I'd have lost a few friends in New Orleans, so it brought back a little trauma.
I actually lost one of my best friends in New Orleans, but see, you did it again. You did it, CK. Save you, bro. You got bars, bro. We can't do listen. Save that, bro. We can bottle that shit up. All of it that you're doing right now, we can bottle it. I'm telling you. Leave it alone.
We got to do it,
Somebody
man.
Gonna steal the flow. Somebody gonna steal your skilo, bro. Somebody gonna steal it. You got to get paid for it. Just shut it down for right now. We'll talk tomorrow.
In God's name, I'm will. Hey, it's on. It's on.
Thank you, CK, for engaging, bro. I appreciate it. See, y'all think I'm bullshitting, but I know that y'all gonna come back tomorrow to try to catch up with that shit he was just talking about. I know what I'm talking about, bro. I might not be the best podcaster. I might not be the best personality on these shows and all that. I know I'm not the best, but I know talent. And I know CK got it. I know he got it. I know he has the ability to have you wondering what the hell is going on, and you'll feel slow. And then all of a sudden you'll just be like, oh, okay, it don't make sense, but let me try to make it make sense. I just feel stupid. Like, what is he saying that I just don't understand? It's a brilliant tactic. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, CK. You bro, I'm going to put you in the category, put you on the, yeah. You on your way. You on your way, bro. You're on your way. We got to sign you up. I got to be like Big Red Records. What was that? 5 Heartbeats? Let's do a deal. Let's make a deal. We can do it right now. Let me go back to the phone lines. Y'all ain't gonna let me get nothing in I want to talk about. Y'all ain't gonna let me get nothing in. Thank you, Twin. He said Mount Rushmore. I didn't really want to say Mount Rushmore, to be honest with you, because that would, I don't want to just be bullshitting nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to bullshit him too heavy. All right, let me go to the phone lines real fast, and then I'm gonna try to get to what I want to talk about. But we'll get this next call in, and then we'll go to it. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What up, Wyatt? Black Mount Democrat.
Drop Squad 52. What's happening with you, brother?
Hey, not much, man. I got a question. Did you, because I just turned your show on about 15, 20 minutes ago when you were talking at the end of Twins call. But how you doing today?
I'm making it, brother. I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Okay, all right. I can't wait to hear what you really want to talk about after you, as you put it, get us callers out the way.
Well, I didn't mean it like that, brother. I meant because I get to see. Look, in my beginning statement, I always veer off, bro. I went from extension hairs to bald spots to a bunch of shit that wasn't on my agenda to talk about. I just do that. I'm very bad at sticking to a subject, and I go a whole hour. I look up at the clock and I'm an hour in and ain't talked about nothing. See what I'm saying? I got to work on that. But what's on your mind today? I didn't mean get the callers out of the way. I meant get that out so I can start talking about some of the topics. That's all.
Okay. All right. So, did you see any of the Democrat National Convention last night?
I watched it as long as I could stay up because it got late. Y'all know I get up very early in the morning, so I go to bed fairly early. I know y'all want to call that some old people shit. It's not that I'm old. I am older, but I go to bed early because I wake up extremely early. I wake up. I wake up really early. So yeah, I couldn't stay up, bro. I didn't even see Biden walk out. Okay, because it got late. I couldn't stay up that late.
Hey, okay, all right. So you up on it, right? You want to see what their convention is like because I know you watched the Republicans' convention.
Yes,
but
I thought it was a great setup.
Okay, my question to you. Okay, we all know why Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer selected Kamala to take over. You know why, right?
Hold on one second, man. Can you repeat that? I was texting my daughter back, but I heard the ending of the question. Did you ask me, do I know why they chose Kamala to be the new president, to run for president? Is that what you asked me?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why. I just don't think they had any other choice.
No, they had choices.
No, they
okay.
Didn't. No, they didn't.
But okay.
No, they didn't.
I'll tell you why.
Okay. That'll be better.
Okay. They put her in because of the black vote. Okay. You already knew, I knew, Twin knew, CK knew, AK-47 knew, Ed Tolbert knew, Lewis Johnson knew, Linda Matthews knew. They all knew that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party was struggling with the black vote.
I think he was
especially the young black vote.
I think Joe Biden was having a hard time with the Democrat vote as a whole. I don't think it was just the black vote. I think that Democrats would agree with that because I listen to them now, and Joe ain't shit. But before, just be honest with you.
Right. So
now he's, they tell him the truth about him, and when he was all getting dementia and shit, I was getting worried. But before they was, I'll vote for his ass if he was on his deathbed and in a wheelchair. If his heart was removed and in a jar over on the side of the road, I'm still gonna vote for him. They was talking like that. Like he was still strong. Remember, they all said he's strong.
Yeah. That's true. But see, that's the thing though, Wyatt, with the black demographic in the Democrat Party. It's losing its older voters. Okay, like my age. I was born in 1960. So the Democrat Party, they're losing the older voter, and the younger voters are not automatically on board with just blindly voting Democrat. Okay, so what I'm telling you right now, people can fact check and they can do their own research.
You got a point.
The only reason they put Kamala in was because they were losing that older black vote. Okay, so they figure if we want to hold on to our base, we got to put Kamala in. Because if we don't have our base, we have no chance with winning the White House, holding on to the Senate, and taking back the House of Representatives. Right. Okay, so the strategy is we put Kamala in, bring back the base, bring back the black vote. Okay, now, before I go, all I want to say is right now, she is in the high 70s, low 80s. Joe Biden was in the high 80s, 87 to 88. Hillary around 87. Black vote
specifically?
I'm talking about percentage-wise of the black vote.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, so right now, Kamala Harris is only at around 81. So depending on, because there's not that many polls that single out the black vote. But what I'm saying is, Wyatt, and this is my question to you and anybody in the chat who got something to say.
Okay.
During the next 3 days at the Democrat convention, will you hear these words? Black agenda.
No.
Okay, I'm hanging up. I want you to explain that. Because a lot of people, are waiting because the older black voter.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something about that black agenda. You there? You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me. A couple years ago, you used to listen to a podcaster out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and during that time, there was a bunch of elections going on for city council spots, state representatives, and things of that nature. They were all running, what is that? Commissioner seats and things of that nature, right? And this particular podcaster used to bring those people on their platform. And what was the number one question they would always ask them?
What's in it? What are they going to do for the people?
You just said it.
Or the black agenda.
Right. And I used to get angry at that because I think it's a dumbass question, because you already know they're all going to say that they have a specific thing set up for black people. But some of us already know that it's garbage and it's bullshit, that they're just pandering. Okay. They're not really going to do anything specifically for black people. Vice President Harris said it herself. Now, this is not a knock on her. I actually appreciate the way that she said it, because she said it in a way that a lot of people didn't understand. And I'm gonna give her credit for this, because when black people are the only ones in this country that want something specifically, but they never say what they want. And then when politicians get in place, we're the easiest convinced that something coming from somebody that don't even know what you really want. They know what you
give
want.
An example, Wyatt. Give an example.
Okay, the black agenda that was talked about by city council members. If you, as a podcaster, bring that up to them, if you don't bring it up, they ain't gonna say it. Okay, they're not gonna bring it up and say, "Hey, I got this black agenda," and blah 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 blah. They're not gonna do that. But knowing that you go into a black platform or whatever that's going to ask you about it, they'll section out a spot on their website. They'll bring that conversation to your platform and have it if you introduced it. But my thing is, I've never really seen anything put to them specifically for black people that that they were challenged with, other than just saying it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but if you don't give the people a clear example, I can give you an example of how they do on the national level.
Okay, go ahead.
The president will say, as he panders to Black America, which is over 30 million people, he'll say, "I gave you the first Black Supreme Court justice. I gave you the first Black vice president. I gave you contracts in the infrastructure bill." Okay. And see that they do that kind of stuff, but the people back in the hood who having issues, they like, wait a minute, I ain't got no student loans. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. How's that for black people? All they're doing is pandering.
Let me just make my point to what I was going to say, because I hear what you're saying, bro. But I think I'm a little confused on one thing. It seems like we become very important the year that it's time to vote, and we want to be like paid attention to, and at that same time we want to know what's coming. But I think when Vice President Harris said it best, I got to give her credit for this. She said, "I ain't doing nothing for black people. What I do for the people is going to be as a whole. And when we do it as a whole, black people will benefit from that."
Exactly. And that's why when election time comes and black people like, well, what you going to do for us? Also known as the black agenda. The politician will say, well, I passed this legislation. I passed that legislation. I selected the first Black Supreme Court. But in their mind, Wyatt, that's why she says, because they did that one thing, it affects everybody in the Black community, which we're not a monolith.
Well, we may not all think the same and say the same thing, but
it's a reason every election there's talk about a Black agenda, but I haven't heard one in this election. And that's why I posed the question. I think they'll just repackage it some kind of way, but they're going to have to speak to this issue.
Well,
again, you got stuff that's directly affecting black people.
Like what?
Over the last 3 years, like illegal immigration for one.
Okay,
crime,
that affects everybody.
High ass prices.
That affects everybody.
And the cost of living.
Okay, that affects everybody.
And then when Kamala is asked by a reporter, a black female from the Griot, I think, and said, "What are you going to do for black people?" Kamala says, "I'm not going to do nothing specifically, but our policies
now hold on, drop.
are intended for black people."
We got to put that in proper context. See,
that's what she was saying.
But hold on,
she was saying their legislation.
Hold on, drop.
Yeah,
I heard the comment. I've seen the interview. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of other people who do this. No, seriously, bro. I'm not going to start at the point. They do Trump like that too. I'm not going to sit here and defend Trump when they do him like that and not defend Vice President Harris when they do her like that. It's not, you're going to get both sides. The truth of the matter is I heard the context that she put that in. And she was talking, before she even made that comment, they were talking about the American people. And she was talking about, and I got the clip. I wish I could find it. She says
she's not a sharp politician.
But you can't
Wyatt, all she had to say,
hold on.
Wyatt,
you can't start the clip right there when she says that. You're taking it out of context.
It was her answer. All she had to say is,
all right,
our legislation and our policies have already directly benefited black people.
What I'm saying,
that's all she had to say.
Okay, maybe so. But
because she said it at the end.
Here's what I gotta say.
Because she said whatever.
Hold on. Let me just tell you what I gotta say about this. Hold on.
Okay.
Because some people heard the clip, some people haven't heard the clip, and it's been out for a couple years now. I think she said it in 2020 or 19 or 20. I don't remember, but she said it.
Yeah, that was before she dropped out of the 2020 Democrat primary.
So it's been out there a while, and you can't just start that clip right there because it's not fair. It's not being honest about how she felt, because that's not exactly how she felt. All right. It was a comment, a conversation on doing things specifically for black people, but it was in something, they were talking specifically about something, and it jumped into I can't just sit here and say I'm going to do something specifically for black people, because what we're talking about benefits everybody, not just black people. So it was taken out of context, but people use it to this day to make it sound like she meant like, I ain't gonna never do nothing for black people. I don't really think it's coming, but I'm just being honest. I gotta be honest in what I seen. And I know how people manipulate these clips. It's just like they do Trump. They did her the same way. So I mean, I gotta be honest about it, bro. It is what it is.
I know, but you should play the entire thing, Wyatt. I have the whole clip.
So do I.
I posted on my X account.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, bro. Let's be honest. The people that are sitting back looking for the government to do something specifically for black people are the same ones that feel like this government ain't shit for us. And they don't they don't see themselves as being proud Americans. I mean, you just don't see it like that. So when she says, I'm going to do something for the American people and black people will benefit from it, that's just not good enough for those type of people that want something specific.
Wyatt, again, everything that's happened this year has been crazy. Okay. Right. But I have never seen a Democrat candidate, even Barack Obama, the first black president.
Okay.
But the way he explained it was way better than how Vice President Harris explained it when she ran for president. That's why she had to drop out. But see, now she's in the position, and all I'm asking you and some of the people to think about is, what is she going to say when it's time to address some of the issues why black people weren't happy with the Biden-Harris administration over the last 3 years? That's all. I'm just waiting to see how she's going to, because if she can pull it off, she might win.
If she can pull off explaining the difference between her
to the black vote, because remember, Wyatt, she's got to get her numbers in the high 80% as far as turnout in the black community with the black vote. If she doesn't get 88, I mean, at least 88 to 90, she's gonna lose. Because I don't see how she's gonna get 80 million votes like Biden got in 2020. She may not need 80 million, But Trump got 75.
Let me ask you something. Maybe you know this because I don't have the answer, so I gotta kind of trust whatever you say. It don't mean I'm gonna believe it. It don't mean I'm gonna deny it. But I'm just gonna ask you. When Barack Obama was running for president, I wasn't into social media and doing podcasts and stuff like that. I voted for Barack Obama. But now let me ask you, you've been listening to radio pretty much your whole life. You've been listening to podcast shows like this pretty much since they've been in existence. Were black folks talking like they were talking now? You know how black folks that have podcasts don't all see things the same way? You know what I'm saying? Like you got all these other black conservatives that are doing shows now. Did they do this back when Barack Obama was going, or was it just not there yet? Yes,
they were doing it. They were doing the exact same thing.
Okay,
because it was the local black people from the Chicago, Illinois area that knew Barack Obama's history. They called him an Oreo. He ran against the Black Panther leader, Bobby Rush, and got destroyed.
Okay, but I can tell you
in the black community. So I'm telling you, if you think about it, Wyatt, this is not a coincidence. Kamala Harris, a child of immigrants. Barack Obama, father, an exchange student from Africa, mother's white, the first black female Supreme Court justice appointed by a Democrat, child of immigrants, press secretary, child. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's any kind of nefarious thing going on, but why can't they use some authentic black
I'm
American people?
I'm with you on that. They need a dude from
John. They need somebody.
They need somebody from 1335 John Street up in the White House. Damn it! They want somebody that lives in the ghetto. They need a food stamp recipient up there. I bees that baby pappy. Yes, that's me.
Wearing an ankle bracelet. All this.
Hell yeah! I was almost about to go to jail, but we beat that shit, and I straightened out, Lord. I straightened out. I'm just saying, you're right though. They do need. They need. Did you ever see that movie by Eddie Murphy when he went into he got into politics? He was a street dude, and he get into politics, and they gave him that job. Yeah, they need somebody like Eddie back in that movie. Somebody that was still in
There's a couple of movies out like that. The one with Chris Rock. I forgot that one.
I remember.
He was basically like a local organizer.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't think of the name of that one. But you're right.
Oh, girl, get out of here. We do need some hood up in now. It's getting there. They got some unpolished.
But see, I'm just saying they try to. Because we only can talk about two, Barack Obama and now Kamala Harris. They try to craft them as, I hate to use the word authentic black, but everybody knows what we're talking about.
I can tell you one thing, bro. It's kind of hard. Now, I'm not saying that all us black folks grew up poor. That's not fair to say. But like even myself, bro, I'm only one generation out. My children are only one generation out of the hood. I mean, you understand
but technically, Wyatt, it's not about the children. It's the parents were immigrants. That's the thing.
No. What I'm saying to you, I'm matching what you're saying. I'm adding a little emphasis to it, which means, look, I don't know how they were living before they, imported here. I don't know how they were living, but I know how the people that were living how I grew up. And
that's what I get it, but I think before I go, because you already say sometimes you can get off track. But see what I'm saying, Wyatt. Because what I'm saying is within Democrat politics and Republican Party politics, there's always grassroots black folks who's down there at the barbershop, at the gym, recruiting and signing and registering people up. And some of those people work their way up through the political system.
Well,
and all I'm saying is,
I can give you
it's like those black people never get chosen.
Yeah, they do.
To go to the national level.
Well, yeah, they do.
I'm just saying.
Yes, they do. I'm gonna give you a name.
Some of them can't make it. Look at Cori Bush.
That's who I was.
She was just too good.
Well, they
homegirl in Illinois, some city councilwoman named Miss Lee,
Tiffany,
just got indicted by the feds for bribery.
Yeah. And then
Tiffany
Dalton.
Yeah, I don't even want to bring her up. Yeah. This girl, woo! But again, Wyatt, I'm just saying, if Black Democrats tell us that Kamala don't need a Black agenda, just shut up and vote. I don't know, bro.
But they don't. She don't.
I don't know what they're gonna say.
That's
what I'm saying.
Okay, listen. She don't need a Black agenda. Okay,
we're gonna find out.
She is the agenda. Okay, you don't see that, bro? She ain't bro. Bro, come on, man. Don't be
man.
Like
they gonna drag her if she don't go on like the Breakfast Club or go somewhere Black.
No, they're not.
I mean,
no,
she got to, don't she?
No, she's doing fine doing what she's doing right now. I can tell you right now that you got people right.
I hear you, Dominique.
Wait, no, what I'm saying. Listen, I know people right now that's gonna vote for her just because they don't want to vote or they don't want Donald Trump to win. It don't matter what her policies are or what her intentions are. It don't matter. Just like the same people that was going to vote for Biden if he was on a respirator, if he was dying, they're going to vote for him because they don't care what the policies are. They just don't want Trump to win because of, whatever his policies or whatever they didn't been convinced that he's going to do. That was it. They don't care nothing about, bro, when we start caring about policies.
Well, they got everybody out. Wyatt, they done pulled out all the Negro whisperers, the Black spokespeople, the race explainers. They all back. They coming out the woodwork now.
It's that time of year, and they get
to speak for another Black candidate.
I get it, bro.
Who ain't tradition? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
she gonna have to say something.
No, she don't. She didn't pick up all that momentum for just being announced the candidate.
Okay.
She's
all right. Well, we're gonna find out.
Listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something. I want to say this, and I want to put it on the record. She's catching up momentum for what Joe Biden left off. See, Joe Biden was losing, and he knew he was losing, and the Democrats knew he was losing. Listen, y'all. I just want to say this for the record, and I'm gonna say it while Drop is on the phone. I don't have a problem with Vice President Harris. I don't have a problem with her. I just don't like the policies because I don't think they're realistic. I mean, you have to understand, and I know this is going to sound a little like elitist, and that's okay. Sometimes you need to hear some elitist shit. But if you don't understand how money work, you don't understand how some of the things she's saying don't make sense. Because politicians don't have to tell the truth. They just have to tell a story. And then what they'll do is they'll have a reason why it wasn't going to work, why it didn't work once they get there. It's like guys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done lied to get to the women. You didn't lie, told her you got this, you got that, but you can't take her home because they working on your house right now. They putting a new floor down in your house. So you take her to a hotel. And you then took it to the hotel 3 times now. You can't take it to the house because they still working on the floor. And then she eventually, after 3-4 times, you didn't did what you had to do. Now it don't matter if she found out that you live with your mama. It don't matter. You didn't did what you had to do. And that's what some people do. They'll finesse your ass to get where they going. And then once they get there, they'll come up with a different reason of why they can't make it happen. Oh, they didn't let this happen because I can't get this passed. My thing is this. A true politician in my eyes would say this. If you vote for me, here's what I'm going to try to do. I ain't never going to tell you what I'm going to do. And I don't like politicians. I don't like when Trump do it. I don't like when Vice President Harris do it. I don't like the people before them. I don't like when politicians tell me what you're going to do. And I don't even mean it at a national level. I mean it at a local level. And I said it last time when they were going for city council. I said, oh, okay, so y'all think they really about to do all that shit they say they're going to do. Why ask these people about a Black agenda and they not going to go in City Hall and put that, they ain't gonna put that shit on their desk. They got shit already on their desk they got to take care of from the last administration. They got to clean that up before they can get to the shit they said they was gonna do. So it's no way that they're gonna get that done in their first administration. It's no way, especially in Cincinnati with 2 years. But all I'm saying to you is stop telling people what you're gonna do.
Again, she was part of the Biden-Harris administration who did have a Black agenda in 2020.
What was
Remember the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, the George Floyd Justice Reform? Remember those 2 things?
Yeah.
And the third one, HR 40/reparations. Those were the 3 things that they said she included. That's all I'm talking about, Wyatt.
Wait, first of
People are not going to just let her slide all the way to November.
Yes, they are. Yes, they will.
And not ask her.
Yes, they will.
Okay. All right. We're gonna find out.
Have you heard it come up?
Wyatt,
I asked you a
night,
question. I asked you a question. Have you heard it come up?
No,
other than from
I haven't heard it.
Okay,
not from them, but I've seen it on social media.
It's not coming up. And you know what? Let me just say this to you, brother. It don't have to. It don't have to come up because they're not voting for. They're not voting for her policies because she ain't really put anything out there. I can't be mad at how she gonna get over the finish line. I can't be mad at that. But just remember, you get what you vote for. I keep telling people that locally and all this. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm saying just be ready. So when it's like I'll give you a perfect example. Chicago. All those people voted for Brandon Johnson because they knew him. They knew him. Now, what did they say when Chicago got turned over with the immigrants and all that old shit? This man made the deciding vote of all these immigrants coming into his sanctuary city. He kept it going. They voted it down, but he was the deciding vote. Okay? He kept it. He's the reason why it is this way based on his votes and his position of being the mayor. He can make this thing happen or he can make it go away. He showed you what you voted for when you voted for me. It's for me to put these things as priority. These are my priorities. This is what you voted me in here to do, to set my priorities for what we got going on here in Chicago. So there's a prime example of people that's moaning and groaning and bitching and complaining, but they got what they voted for.
Oh, well, again, Wyatt,
and when you look at his policies, wait a minute, hold on. When you look at his policies, he's for everything in his policy sets that they going through right now. And what are they saying in the city council meetings right now? Brandon, I know you since the 3rd grade, and I thought you was better than this. You gonna put these people ahead of your own people? But they didn't think of no. See, because they never read the policies that he was that he was doing. The policies didn't matter.
That's not true.
It is true. Tell me something different.
No, who was mayor before Brandon Johnson?
Lightfoot. I know who it was.
And were they happy? Were they happy with her?
But wait a minute. Did she?
No.
Wait a minute.
It was her.
But hold on, brother. It didn't have to be him. That white man ran against him.
I know.
So what I'm saying to you is still identity.
Brandon Johnson lied. Because like I always tell you, when you have Democrat after Democrat getting elected, the one who's trying to replace the other one, all he says is, I'm going to do what the other guy didn't do. And then when he gets in, he does the exact same thing.
I know.
It's a cycle.
It's a revolving door. I get it.
But it's different. It's different. I like your analogy with the Cincinnati election, but this is a federal national presidential election, which is different.
No, it's the same premise. It's the same thing.
Normally, you have to include your Black constituents. It's almost like somebody said in the chat, it's suicide if you leave Black people out of this agenda. Out of this platform. Because it's just too many voices out there that's going to let her and her campaign know, what are you doing?
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. On the record, I'm going to tell y'all right now that she won't lose a vote. Anybody that's going to vote for her now. No.
I'm hanging up.
Okay.
I want you to explain this.
Yeah.
Because believe me, I'm going to mark it down.
Please do.
On this date, what is this, August 20th?
It's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday, right. August 20th, Wyatt said Kamala Harris does not have to speak on a Black agenda. Or are you saying she will not speak on a Black agenda?
No, what I'm saying is based on the results and what we're getting right now, her moving in the polls the way that she is and the momentum she has, it doesn't matter if she has a Black agenda or not, because you got to understand the nucleus of what's going on here, brother. They're not just voting for her because she's Black. Everybody's not doing that because she's Black. Some people are just down out Democrats and they're going to vote Democrat no matter what. There's some people going to vote for her because she's Black, because no matter what. There's some people going to vote for her because she's a woman no matter what. And then there's going to be a group of people that's going to vote for her just because they don't want to vote for Trump. They'll vote for her just because, or stay home. And because they don't want Trump in office. And that's just the bottom line. But what I'm telling you, and I'm going on the record to say, is anybody that's for Vice President Harris right now, she's not going to, if she has their vote right now in their mind, like, okay, send me my ballot right now, or I'm going to vote on my first early day of my state. She's not going to lose that vote. She's not, that vote is locked in their mind. If she never says anything about a black agenda, they're still going to vote for her.
Okay. So before I hang up on my way out the door with no closing slogans, are you saying that at this point that quote unquote couch vote no longer exists?
No, I'm not saying that.
Remember Charlemagne the God said that?
Yep. I'm not, you just heard my breakdown drop. I just said.
Okay. All right. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, I said that they're gonna, the people that don't want to vote for Trump will maybe vote for her, but the people, or they may not vote. That's a couch vote, right? That's, yes, if you want to call it that. I know it's not technically a vote, but I'm just saying it's a couch,
stay at home.
Yeah, okay. But I'm just saying, like, I just think that it is what it is at this point. I think what happens is this: maybe independent blacks, she might owe an explanation to them, but I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you, I don't know if she's necessarily gonna have to do it for independent blacks either. I think and this is my personal opinion, and I think it's because of the reasons. I think it's because of the reasons of, I've always said this, and I think you will vouch for me saying this. I think that Donald Trump is a bad brand ambassador for the Republican Party. And I think they've done a really good,
always said that.
Yeah, I think that they've done a really good job of making him the villain. And some things have actually worked out with the 32 count press down in New York. That type of shit was all designed and structured. I get it, but it works. No, it works.
But he did.
Still, think about it, bro. Think about black folks. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm about to show you how it works. Think about black folks that want to vote for Trump. It's almost like one of those things where you don't say it out loud. Like, you shouldn't. I don't think we should live in a country where you should be ashamed of who you vote for. All right. I don't think I know it's supposed to be a private act, just like religion, but I also believe that you should take pride in how you feel and who represents you. And there's people that are black that truly understand what they benefit out of. And I know there's people even on this platform and on other platforms, radio, podcasts, and all that, that'll always ask you, well, what is the RNC doing for black people? Or what is Trump doing for black people? And I think what we need to do is we got to stop. Some people don't see black and white when they're talking about economics. Some people are beyond that. Some people don't look at what is this politician going to do for black people. Some people say, how is the money going to move if they get in the office? Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's the younger 35 to 18.
I'm just making a soft point.
That's the portion of the black vote that the Democrats are worried about.
I get you.
And you're automatically counting them. And that's all I got to say is I wish Kamala the best of luck.
No, you don't.
But
no, you don't.
I would be totally flabbergasted and surprised.
That's cap.
If you are correct, and if Kamala Harris does not in some way, some form, some fashion address the black voters in the Democrat Party.
What is she going to say? Wait a minute. What is she?
Especially this week in Chicago.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Chicago, bro, I get to Chicago when you hang up. Hold on. What is she going to say that the administration she's part of right now hasn't addressed in all the black agenda? They haven't addressed any of the black agendas since they've been in office. What is she going to say? It's almost like she's, to be honest with you, her campaign don't have to really be aggressive because it's doing what it needs to do. Presentation and identity is doing what it needs to do to put her in the position. I'm not mad at that. It's strategic. It's politics. It's what you use what you use. But now let me just say this to you. You talked about a few of those things that were black agenda related, what was it, George Floyd Act and all that type of stuff. However, I'll say this to that. I know one that they have totally forgot about, that no one brings up anything, and it was supposedly a black agenda, and that was the Lift Every Voice plan. And I haven't heard anybody say anything about that. And that was specifically for black people on the economic end of it. See, all that George Floyd Act shit don't apply. I guess you could say it apply to everybody, including me, myself, and you, any black man, any black woman, any black boy, any black girl. You could say that, But all of us don't live where that George Floyd Act thing is like something that's going to be detrimental. I mean, it don't save everybody in the black community. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Only people in the system.
But but the Lift Every Voice plan that they perped out on, that they said was part of their what? Black agenda. Remember all that black agenda talk and all that old shit? Those things never come up and they never get done because it's not really important to them. It's just a talking point. It's pandering to their audience. That's it. Just like Trump's, just like when Ice Cube went down with the black contract. I'm gonna ask my people now. Has Biden ever had that conversation with him? Didn't he say after the election, I'll talk to you about that? No, because it don't matter what they say at that time. They know that it's gonna be we get amnesia and we ain't gonna never remember. It don't matter. And you get what you get, and we'll get to you. That's what it is. So now Trump had an opportunity to do something if he would have ran, and Cube could have held him to the fire for it. Like, bro, we met. You said these are the articles of the things that you like in this contract, this black contract. What you gonna do? And now everybody in the black community could be mad that he didn't come up with that $800 billion that was committed. It wasn't going to be the whole $800 billion. Don't get twisted. But I'm saying the way you negotiate is you put somebody in the corner. You know who did it the best? Vice President Harris did it in broad daylight on an open debate stage to Joe Biden. She negotiated and put him in a corner and made him on national TV say, I'm going to have a woman as my vice president. She finessed him, made him say it out loud. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And what did that do? Now she knows she's checking two boxes. Once you get him on the stage and make him say it, now he committed to it. So now that's what you do when you negotiate with somebody. If you got an audience or you have somebody that can look at you and now you the bad guy because you lied, that's what you use. And she uses that leverage. And it's exactly what Ice Cube would have did with Trump or with Biden if they both would have took that meeting, and they didn't. Anybody ever asked Joe Biden why he didn't have that conversation with Ice Cube before the election? He said, I'll do it after the election. We'll get to you after the election. He ain't had that conversation yet, bro, because it didn't matter. The black agenda don't matter. And when you put all these things that they call benefits for the economy in place, we all know, being the smallest population in this country, we don't benefit as much as everybody else do when they put programs out here.
But see, Wyatt, again, bro, we still got around 77, 78 days left. Okay. I think you're a bit premature with your analysis or your prediction.
I don't think she needs it.
So I'm reading some of the comments, Wyatt, and there's some black people that are kind of agreeing with me a little bit.
No, they not. They know better.
Okay. A little bit. They're saying she's got to say something. Okay, just like Joe Biden said.
Okay, is that enough though? Is that enough?
He's gonna do this.
Is that enough?
Kamala.
I'm just asking.
She's got to do
is that
something.
Enough? Is that all? Is that a pacifier? All she got to do is say something. Is that enough? All you need her to do is acknowledge.
That's what they did in 2020. You just explained it. They did it in 2020 because Hillary didn't do it in 2016 and they lost.
Well, okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's why I'm bringing up the question in the first place.
I understand.
Okay. Because usually by this time, the candidate for the Democrat Party done been at a barbershop, done been at a barbecue joint, done been at a cookout, done been on a black podcast. She ain't done none of that.
She don't have to.
Okay. All right. I'm ending it right there. Thanks for taking my call, Wyatt. Shout out to everybody in the chat, especially my number one fan, Ms. Dominique Finley. Peace out, Wyatt.
All right, brother. Thanks for engaging with us. That's Drop Squad 52 out of California. DC, let me get to this couple comments you made. DC said, did Ice Cube remind him of excuse me, I'm sorry, the screen was moving. He said, did Ice Cube remind him about it after the election? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Did he? Okay. You know better than that. You know what? Ice Cube could have went off and said way more. But he was a bigger man about it. He knew. See, here's the thing, bro. When you're dealing with somebody that's on a finesse game, sometimes you just don't argue or bring shit up. You just don't deal with them. You let everybody see the obvious. Why should Ice Cube have to go back and remember what you said, sir? Remember, you said you was going to talk to me after the election. No, it speaks volume of people that really care about you when they seek you out. If they really interested in what you're doing, like they said they were, they'll seek you out. begging and knocking on the door multiple times in a case like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what people do. I'm just saying, being honest with you. Now, part two of your question, you said something about the $25,000 house for first-time buyers. That's not going to benefit Black people. That's going to kill us. And the reason being is because it's going to up the property, the sell of homes. And number one, who you think going to pay that $25,000 for everybody that's buying a house? Do you think that's free money? You really think that's free money? See, here's what happens, DC. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. And I don't mean to be insulting to anyone, especially to you, brother, because you're a family man and I love you for that. But when you hear people put reckless economic spending like that out there, you know that they don't have an idea. They don't have basic fundamental idea of economics. Because the first thing you're going to do is when you give everybody $25,000 for a down payment, all you're doing is making the rich richer. All you're doing is giving rich people a bunch of money, and all people going to do is up the value of the homes $25,000. That's all you're going to do. And not only that, you're going to saturate the market, which means you already don't have enough inventory. So now the price of homes is supply and demand. It's a demand for so many homes, and you don't have enough builders. You don't have enough people out here building homes. There's not enough inventory. So what does that do? It ups the price of all the homes. The other thing, once all that dysfunctional spending happens, now interest rates balloon. Now you have another tore up economy all over again. Spending, this is why government never works out when they get in business. Name a business in America that the United States own and operates and they're profitable. Show me a business in the United States of America that the government owns and operates and they're profitable. Can't name one. You know why? Because they're bad business people. You know why they're bad business? Because their answer to everything is to spend to fix. Spend to fix. And that's not how you fix a problem. That's kind of like putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. You never stitch the bullet wound up. You just keep putting Band-Aids on there. And you can't do that. It's a reckless way of spending. It makes no sense. Number two, who do you think is going to benefit more for that first-time home ownership? Do you really think Black folks, if we had $25,000, that we would all go buy houses? Is that the intent? Is that the intent? Is to make us believe that that's how we're going to get started? You don't need $25,000 to put down on a house now. If you do the basic and say, I'm going to put down 20%. Yeah, I mean, that would be $20,000 to $25,000 on a $100,000 house. But come on, man. It just doesn't make sense. $25,000 to put down on a house. But what if you can, what's your budget? I don't know. What's your budget? The $300,000 house? I don't know. What is it? $400,000 house? It just doesn't make any sense. Economically, it doesn't make any sense. It's going to kill the economy doing something like that. It's a smoke screen play. And sometimes people have these things where the mechanism in their mind is, what can I get? What's coming to me? I don't care what the repercussions are. Damn it. I want what I want right now. I'm going to give you an equivalent. Let's just say that I'm going to use my mom because my mom just passed in December. Let's just say my mother knew she had 6 months to live. Let's just say that. I'll use myself so nobody will think I'm tripping. My mother has 6 months to live, so she runs all her credit cards up. Okay? She run all her credit cards up. No, Mama Dad, what's up? I wasn't saying 20% of 300,000. I wasn't suggesting that. I was saying if you get 25,000, if you use the basic format of how you buy a house, 20% down, you know what I'm saying? I was just saying the basic fundamental put down, I believe, is 20%. I don't remember. But I was just saying, what's the average home right now? 300, 350,000? All right, I'll get back to that. But let me use my mom for an example. If my mother was to have 6 months to live and she ran all her credit cards up, stopped paying her card note, stopped paying her mortgage, Stop doing things because she figured I don't have anything, I'm not going to live. And, I mean, why should I keep paying? And, I'll just leave this money for my son. Well, she's not thinking about what she's stepping away from. She's not paying her credit card bill. She's not paying her car note. She's not paying her house. She's not paying her water bill. She's not paying certain things that when you pass away, there's people coming to get money. All right. Your house is not paid for, but yet you still owe on it. Like the money that you leave me, I have to use that money to pay off all your obligations. It's stuck. I can't get it. I can't get that money. I'm just saying, if I had $20,000 in the bank, they're not going to allow me to get $20,000 because they have obligations. They're going to ask me, well, I can't do anything with her home. I got to pay it off. I got to do something. And then I got to pay the back mortgages or whatever. It's just, I don't know what she would have been thinking she didn't have to fulfill her obligations, that she's just walking away free. No, it's never free, Mom. Somebody has to pay for it. Deanna said the banks would freeze her accounts and all debt would be taken out of her estate. That's exactly what happens. But yet, if she's not knowledgeable, if she thinks that she's walking away and just going to leave somebody some money, that's not how it works. And that's kind of like what we're looking at right now by somebody saying, I'm going to give you a free $25,000. No, it don't work that way. Number one, the taxpayers is paying the $25,000. I don't think anybody cares about that. Nobody really cares about that. But I'm looking at how it's going to hurt the housing market. It's going to turn it upside down. All right. A lot of realtors could probably tell you what it would do. They might not be honest with you and tell you. They might be like, well, I'll get more commissions. I'll be selling more houses. I don't think they really would. Now, that's my opinion. Some of them will be like, shit, shoot them checks out right now. I got pendings. I got customers ready to buy homes. Well, look at the inventory now. I'm just saying, there's a lot of other things. There's a lot of other things that come along. There's no such thing as free money. And free money, the worst free money that you can do is put it in the economy. That's the worst free money in the world, because guess what happens when you saturate the market with money? Inflation. Let me tell you something, another thing that I didn't like. Now, I spoke highly of her. I defended VP Harris. For those that are always talking about, I ain't got nothing nice to say about her. I defended her the best I could in a situation that I knew was wrong with people that, took some things out of context with her. I did what I could do. I just don't like the policies, and I don't even like, I don't like some of the things that she just proposed. It sound good to the ear, but I understand money, and I understand it. First of all, you can't tell companies how to price their products. There's no evidence out here that price gouging is going on. They're basically saying that the grocery stores are price. I'm going to say what she said. All right. So y'all won't think I'm trying to be funny. She said price gauging. So when you in a, I'm trying to be nice. When you're in a, when you're giving a speech and you talking about the economy and you say something that's just wrong, like they're out here, these companies are out here price gauging. That means you just reading, and you probably don't even understand what you're talking about. You're probably reading what they wrote for you, and you have your people handling it, and you don't really know what's going on. Because number one, I would have never started my attack on the food industry by saying they're price gauging, when in fact it's price gouging. And then you got gatekeepers like Roland Martin who back it up. Everybody and anybody that understands how the margins are at Kroger, Public, all these places, the profit margins are little to none. Y'all might not believe that, but when you buy bread, they don't make a lot of money off that. All right. When you buy wheat and things in those grocery stores, they don't make a lot of money off that. When you go buy a 12-pack of soda and stuff like that, they don't make a lot of money on that stuff. They're a volume type of thing. Yeah, if they get 1,000 people come in the store, they had a good day that day. But that's because they get their money off volume. They don't make their money off price gouging. Number one, they have to be competitive. The competition is what keeps their profit margins low. There's no evidence out there that suggests that they're price gouging. I could tell you one. Here's another way they make their money. Say, for instance, I have a product and it's cookies, Wyatt chocolate chip cookies. Say my cost is 50 cents and I want to put them in Kroger. Well, there's a long process for that, but I'm gonna cut through the chase. I put it in Kroger, my cost is 50 cents. I put it in Kroger's for $1. Kroger's might get a percentage of that sale. They might get 10%. So after that $1, they make a dime on each product. All right. But here's where they get me. They charge me shelf price or shelf space. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for me to be in a certain area of the store, they may charge me rent for that. So they make money off of that more so than they do the products. So if I'm Skippy peanut butter and I want to be at the top shelf at eye level, there's probably a price for that. If I'm Pepsi or Coca-Cola and I want a certain area, or if I'm another product, they pay for that space. That has nothing to do with how much the price of bread is. Has nothing to do with it. And with low profit margins, they actually take a lot of loss. They take loss on a lot of things. It's amazing how when you hear things from people who don't even understand those industries, that you believe them. Can't believe everything that you hear. Everybody that looks smart and talk this shit, and because they got these certain positions and all that old stuff, that don't mean they know what they doing. Some people roll over and get lucky in a position. We all know somebody that's on a job that's doing some shit, making money, and they probably just got lucky. How many of us have ever had a supervisor and you know more than the supervisor? Y'all been there at the same time. Y'all been there 13 years and she three levels ahead of you, and you wondering, what the fuck, girl? Because she had a connect in the company, or somebody liked her, or something, you know what I'm saying? Or liked him, or whatever, and passed them through, and you still stuck on 12, on whatever, level 12, and she on 15, or he on 15. Getting 15 money and you getting 12 money. And you know more than that person. How many of us ever went to a job and you know more than your supervisor? How many of you ever trained your own supervisor? You at that job, somebody come in, hey, show them how to do this and this and that. 2 weeks later, they supervising you. Shit happens. Thank you. Been about to check, brought a great point. Theft is very high in grocery stores. So when you steal something, if you steal a candy bar, you probably just stole 3. They need to sell 3 to make that money back, because they're people don't understand. Then they got this shrinkage. That's called shrinkage. Theft is shrinkage, or things they have to throw away. The bakery, throw away bread at night. And we sitting here talking about, I want to show you something. I want to show y'all something real fast. Roland Martin, I'm going to give him some credit before I rip him up real fast. All right, give me 1 second. I've never really been a Roland Martin fan, but I'm going to give him credit because when he was in Cincinnati last week, I was out of town, but I cut on, let me see, there it is. I cut on his show because he was in Cincinnati. I was supporting him because he was supporting my city. I don't really rock with him, but you showing my city some love, then I can tune in. I love the fact that they had Miss Iris Rowley and them introducing him and all that, but he a bullshitter, talker and all that. I know who he is and what he do. I know who he pandered to. I know what the move is. But now let me explain something to you. He said something that was very important that I agree with 100%. 105, 110%. 110 is the max. He was talking. Now, I don't know what he said before this point. I seen him on the stage down at Sawyer Point on the video. I was watching it on my phone, and he was talking about black folks. He didn't quite say it that way, but I know who he's referring to. He said, in our community, we need to start asking these politicians for stuff. We need to be more specific in the economic needs that we need and go together as a group. I'm paraphrasing, okay? This is what he said. And I agree with that because it's been said over here. I agree that we need, y'all didn't heard me say it. Like, we need to go in and, like the guy went into the RNC from the union. He's like, man, we've been voting Democrat all this time. We going over here to the Republican side and see what they have to offer. We're going to tell them what we want. Now, can you do this? Because they've been saying they could and they ain't done it for us. And now they're probably going to go over to the Democrats this week for that. Now, my point is this. Roland Martin said some my daughter y'all got to understand, my daughter is getting accepted into some of these medical schools. And this is just crazy dynamite information. Like my daughter said, I got two interviews at med school. This is crazy, guys. I'm telling you. This is my youngest baby that's graduating from Belmont this year. She just texted me. She got medical school at Belmont and at Iowa University med school. So look, I'm on cloud now right now. I'm going to try to get through this, okay? I'm going to try to get through this. Roland Martin said something very powerful. Thank you, Stephen Speed. He said, we need to go in as voting blocks, hold these politicians accountable, we need to walk in there and be a block. Did anybody else hear that in his speech? Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, everybody that said thank you. Sorry, I'm overwhelmed with joy right now. You see what I'm saying? He said some shit that was very important. He's right. Thank you, Jenny. He's absolutely right. And I've been saying that. We've been saying that over here. But, you know, Roland get a little carried away with shit. He talk a lot of shit. He talk a lot of things that I don't support. But I don't dislike the man. I just think that he's a pimp at what he does, and he needs he needs people. Without people thinking the way they think, he don't do what he do. Do you understand what I'm saying? A pimp can't pimp without hoes. Sorry. And I'm not trying to call anybody a hoe. I just use that as an analogy. That's all I can say about that. I can't be a taxi. Look, I'm not a good taxi cab driver. Shit, let me get up to times. I'm not a good Uber driver if ain't nobody ordering Uber. See what I'm saying? And that's what he does. He makes sure that his customer base, he makes sure y'all call him during them Black family reunions. He got to keep that shit going so he can do them personal appearances. I bet he had a booth set up with t-shirts and shit too that night, didn't he? Yeah, that's the hustle. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. That's the hustle. Congratulations. But now let me tell you something. He supports Vice President Harris's argument of price gouging. How could you support that, Roland Martin? You know the game. But you know a lot of people don't really know the game, so you can jump on the side of that bullshit because you know nobody can question you and argue with you about it. Well, you know, some of us really can. We can hold a candle to your ass. You're a very articulate and smart guy. But it ain't about being smart. It's what's real. Okay, you can be as smart and sit and spin and salad dressing, talk all you want to, but a fact is a fact. Regardless of how you try to make it on your side or not. You can say the shit that is whatever you wanted to say, but if I got a fact on my side, you'll never win. You'll win in your mind because you'll shut me down on the facts and start talking some emotional and feeling shit, but I'm used to them type of cats. Y'all know that. Y'all know that's my, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard me right here on the show. Did it today. Who was that called? I don't know if it was CK or Twin, but one of you told me, oh, Twin, I ain't no politician. Okay. I don't care. No, I ain't no. Okay, you got it. I'm not going to argue with you. Your mind is made up. I ain't changing your mind. It's made up. If your mind is made up from some shit Roland Martin said, then your mind is made up. I can just give you the information and I ain't going to shove it down your throat. I'm going to say it. You take it. Or you leave it. Let me tell you what he did here recently. This is new. This is recently. After Vice President Harris came out and said that these companies, these grocery stores, are price gouging. She said price gauging. I'm gonna remind. But she said they're price gouging. That's what she meant. Roland Martin comes out and defends it. Not only does he defend it, he comes out with an entire show about it. You know, the way you steal the hearts of people is you blame the rich people. Rich man. It's the rich people's fault. If you could get away with that, get away with it. But all of us don't look like it. We don't think that way. Roland Martin came out and did a show defending Vice President Harris. And I'm going to prove something right here on the air, that if he ever called me or ever seen my platform, I might be a problem. I might not be as articulate as he is when it comes down to this podcast shit, but I got a lot of common sense that'll steer me in the direction of the truth. There's always some truth somewhere in what he's talking about. He just know how to really put it out there where he can keep you spinning away from some of the facts. I'm just the fact-driven dude when it comes down to things with numbers. That's just me. All right, you can have your opinion. I can't fight an opinion. But the truth of the matter is, when he came out and defended Vice President Harris, this is what he came out and said about that economic thing of price gouging. This is off his show a few days ago. And then I'm going to tell you what's the truth and what's not the truth. Check this out.
Break this thing down, because if you watch a bunch of these other different people, you see them saying, well, this is too progressive, it's not moderate, it's not, she's taking this idea from Republicans, all this sort of stuff along those lines. And for me, I don't actually see how her proposal is so unbelievably crazy progressive. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Also have people, the other day Donald Trump was complaining about the price of eggs, things along those lines. Well, you notice they didn't bring this up. Go to my iPad, Anthony, where you had U.S. egg producers that were involved in a price fixing scandal. That actually happened. So this idea of this was from December 2023. So to complain about, oh my God, the price of eggs is up 48%, and you leave out the price fixing scandal, well, hello, and this involved Cal Maine. What does it say here? The country's biggest egg producer.
Okay, do you guys see this story here? You can clearly see that story, right? Carmaine, the biggest egg producer, price gouging, setting prices. They're the United States, they're the largest egg distributor. They're the largest egg distributor. That's why the eggs cost so much today. Price gouging, right? This is on Roland Martin. I didn't make this up. This was his show. You guys follow me? This is his show. Let me let you finish watching what he's saying. There was a lawsuit. U.S. egg producer forced to pay $53 million in price fixing. That is called price gouging. Okay? He has an excellent point. But wait a minute. Let me let you finish hearing it.
Exactly. And, this idea that this is left or this is Republican or whatever, I think we're entering, and I don't know what you think, I think we're entering this new phase where who cares what you call it? It's reality. It's the reality that most people are experiencing in their lives on a daily basis. And
yeah. Okay. Let me break this down for you. Let me put this back up and put it in a spot where we all can see it. I want to put this back up. Now, y'all research this. Go check my references. Go check what I'm about to explain to you if you don't believe me. Okay. Cal Maine is a company that, it's true, they just settled with other egg manufacturers or producers, I should call them. Kraft, some of the other companies that do eggs, produce eggs for grocery stores and that nature. But this isn't honest, Roland. And it's not honest, sir. This is not honest. You know why it's not honest? I'm going to put this back up so you can see it. Because this is an honest thing. This is honest. The egg producer was forced to pay $53 million in price fixing. But now we're in 2000, and he said, this is a 2023 report, right? Right? 2023 report, which means this is during the Biden-Harris administration, right? But what he's not being honest about is this is a civil suit that started in 2004. Do you hear me? This is something that was brought on by a collection of companies that produce these same items, eggs and cheese and things of that nature, from 2004. The case went on from 2004 to 2008. He forgot to tell you that. Who was in office in 2004 and 2008 and were eggs as high as they are right now? This is the type of bullshit they put out there to prove a point that ain't there. Roland Martin just clearly lied to y'all. He didn't lie, he just didn't tell the truth. They just settled it in 2023. The case started in 2004. The case went on from 2004 to 2008. 9 companies were involved in the lawsuit. This is his content. This is what he used to prove that Vice President Harris is stopping price gouging in America right now because of the price of. She's not telling y'all the truth of why everything is expensive. She's blaming corporations, the rich guys, price gouging. She's not blaming the economics of America right now that her and Joe Biden have been in charge of. You can get mad at me all you want to. You can tune out and all that old shit. I know people don't like the truth. They like to be in the fantasy lands of all this shit. I get it. I understand. The truth of the matter is that's showing you right there how dishonest people with content makers can be when they know they pushing the broom for somebody else. He know it. He knew that was an old story. He knew that shit started in 2004 and it ended in 2008, and they just now get the settlement in 2023 for the $53 million. He know how long civil cases take in a court. Those are federal cases. He know how long that shit is. He's smarter than almost everybody he talking to. So how is some shit that happened in 2004 have anything to do with today economics? No, what I'm saying, a case that came up in 2004, how is that hurting inflation right now? And here's the other thing. Let's talk about price gouging. This case would have never came up if all those other companies wouldn't have done if they wouldn't have got together and did this lawsuit. So that shows you that they're not working together to price gouge. They went after the largest manufacturer so they can be in a competitive market. That's capitalism. That's America at its best. And it's not bullshitters like Roland Martin lying to my people. And my people don't really do the research. I heard somebody talk about the Keystone Pipeline. I remember talking about that when the shit first happened. Are y'all still believing that the reason why gas is expensive right now is because of the war in Ukraine? Remember, that was the shit that was pushed off on us? Remember? Y'all fought me tooth and nail to tell me how wrong I was. Oh, I know the war's still going on, but y'all didn't caught up to this shit by now, right? If not, you still slow to the beat. Gas is not expensive like that because of what's going on in Ukraine. It never was. I was wrong. I was a coon. I was a Trumpster. I was this. I was that. I was this. I was that. I was this. Okay, I could take it. I know that eventually the truth will come out, and I don't even expect you to say, "Oh, I was wrong, Wyatt. You got it. You cool." I don't expect that. I don't expect anything from somebody that wants me to feel foolish for feeling the way I feel. I don't expect that person to say anything respectful to me ever when they find out that they wrong. There's a reason why you want to be right so bad. It's probably because you're the same person that won't believe Santa Claus ain't real. Because Santa Claus been bringing you shit. And if Santa Claus ain't real, that means my shit, I ain't going to get nothing. Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, good afternoon. This is Blammy Davis Jr.
Blammy Davis Jr., what's good with you?
I'm outstanding, per usual. How are you?
Good. I'm holding on, brother. Long day for me. What's happening?
Oh, it's been a long day everywhere. He's just talking about Raleigh the boot. You know, you were talking about your time in Shreveport, Louisiana.
I'm sorry. Say that again, brother.
You said you were talking about earlier in the show. You were talking about your time in Louisiana.
Yes, my time there in New Orleans. Yes.
Yeah, you were talking about how like they was calling you country boy, you know, because they were kind of bougie down there. Some of the people.
Yeah, they bushy, bro, to say the least. But I was the country dude.
That's what I think of when I think of Roland Martin, like one of those type of people, like one of those bougie Southerners. Well,
he is. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's a Texas dude. And to be honest with you, and I don't mean to shoot shade and throw arrows or shoot arrows, but Roland Martin is not from where he's not from that. Okay, he's from a nice cul-de-sac home in the suburbs and a nice, you know, mixed integrated community, and he's a very smart guy. Okay, he's smart, and he's learned to use his intelligence as a manipulative tool, and it's worked for him. It's worked for him. Right. He's got a good platform. He's learned how to be independent, but he can't do what he does unless he has customers. None of us are any good unless we have customers.
Oh, true. Very true. Very true. Just now when you thought of that, then you talked about Roland Martin later. I was like, you know, I bet he was probably one of those people that was giving Wyatt a hard time. It seemed like, you know, I mean, that's why they call him Raleigh the Bull. You just see that's what they call him, Raleigh the Boule Bird. Yeah, well, you know, hey, look, man, if he had to get it out the mud like some of us, I don't think he would be. And this sounds so bad that it sounds like I'm attacking him, but I'm just making a point that he, you know, when you come from a platform like CNN and you get that springboard, you know, I would probably have a hell of a lot more followers, you know, from coast to coast if I had a platform like CNN to springboard off of, but I don't. So when you get people like Don Lemon and some of these people that, you know, get on the CNN and say certain things, they build in their book of business being on them big platforms, and they can take it with them. You see what I'm saying? So they have a little bit, there's a little better path of success for them. And they, you know, they already know the customer. They already know that customer. So they got them. Indeed. And couple other things. You and I believe it was CK, the first call you guys were talking about Vlad DTV and Marlon Wayans, that little fiasco that was percolating over the weekend. I thought you both were right. You both kind of made some points.
You say both of us was right? You understood the other part of that?
No, let me tell you, 90% you were right 90% of the time.
Oh, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Yeah. You know, you were 90% of what you were saying was right. He was wrong, or he was right when he said that Marlon Wayans gave him an FU price. Because if he really wanted to do the interview,
yeah, he was right about that. He was right about that. I think that's an outrageous price. $40,000 for an interview with Vlad. That's ridiculous. I mean, you can clearly see the differences from his $40,000 versus the offer of $5,000. You know, the $5,000 is more realistic for a small little podcast type of thing like that. You know, they're much more advanced than I am, Fame, but I'm just saying, you know, I would never pay. I mean, if Cat Williams said, you know, hey, Wyatt, I'm going to give you a shot. Let me come on. I'll come on over. You know, just give me something that'll get me over. You know, I'm just going to stay in the town, whatever. If he said, give me $5,000, of course I would pay Cat Williams $5,000. There ain't too many people I would pay $5,000, but I would give him $5,000 out my pocket to come over here.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because Vlad's not recouping $40,000 off of Marlon Wayans.
I doubt it.
He's done the research on it and see what Marlon gets this current day, what an interview with him would get. You know, he probably, you know, actuated it, and it was just like, it ain't worth $40,000.
Yeah.
Plus 30%. Like, it's just not. I mean, the interview has to recoup a minimum of $100,000.
Yeah.
Just to pay him, and it's not. You know, it's just no. It just didn't make good business sense.
So why?
However,
Fame. Let me ask you this though:
sorry.
why did that turn into a big deal? What was the whole? I didn't get that out of CK. Like when he brought it up, I thought it was a great topic.
It was all over Twitter over the weekend. It was
why?
Just, going at topic. Huh?
I'm saying, but why? What? I mean, I wouldn't even be interested
because he was right. Vlad did put it out there. It was just like he didn't need to put it out there.
Oh, okay, I see.
They call Vlad a culture vulture, which I disagree. Mm-hmm. They hate the fact that he was the front runner of something pivotal to hip hop, videos, interview. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call him a culture vulture, because he beat him to it.
Well, you know what?
It set the trend. It set the trend for it.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? I don't know about that culture vulture shit. I mean, if somebody's better than me at doing something and you beat me to it, or maybe I'm better. Look, right. That's what happens when you get a bunch of procrastination going on. Somebody going to end up doing it. You can sit around and talk about tomorrow, I'm going to get started. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do that. Well, somebody's starting today. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So don't talk that culture vulture shit.
I agree with you. He's not a culture vulture. He just beat a bunch of you N-words to it and you don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's just like when I think it was Kanye West was talking about the dude that owned, the record labels. Oh, and he was at the Breakfast Club and they was like, Dame Dash gonna call you a culture vulture for this because the Jewish guy that owned all the record labels, the rap labels, and he was getting paid off our culture. But I look at it like this. Nobody was stopping us from going independent. Everybody wanted that little quick ass 25,000 up front, and then they was signing they publishing over, and you let the Jewish dude or whoever the owner was, you let them take advantage of it because they gave you some cash up front. You needed to buy a chain and some rims for your bullshit ass car before you invested in your own career.
Well, like I said it before on this platform, I said on other platforms in the past, and I'll say it till I die. 90% of what happened and what is currently happening in rap music and what has happened in the past, 90% of it, good or bad, you can attribute it to one person, Russell Simmons. He set this game up and he didn't leave any rules.
Well, they were doing people bad before Russell. I agree with you. Russell Simmons probably had a lot to do. He was probably like the first mainstream black guy at an executive level in rap music for sure. Because
I didn't mean to cut you off. No, he's the first black person in rap music who wasn't jerked. He understood business, so he never got jerked. So you should have been passing that on to the younger brothers so they don't get jerked. He wasn't doing that. He was participating in it.
And you know what's a shame about that? You might have a point there. You know what's even rough about that? He made money off his brother. He did his own brother like that. Run is his brother from Run DMC. So I mean that makes it even worse. But yeah, I mean I don't like the term culture vulture because like, look, am I a culture vulture? Some of the highest commissions I've ever made in my life been off white people and Jewish people. So am I a culture vulture? I'll be honest, I make a lot of money off of them. So I mean that's not to just put it out there, but I make more money. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there, Fame. I make more money in my life off of white people than I do black people. So am I a culture vulture?
Oh, we all know that. I mean, damn, you can't stand niggas. But listen,
what?
Never mind. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, you slid one in on me. All right, I owe you one. I'm gonna return that serve. It ain't gonna be today. I'm gonna get you when you ain't looking.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. My head on the swivel. Dig it though. Also what the gentleman was saying, a couple other things he had said about that interview that I related to was, a very famous person. I don't say famous, but notorious anyway. They reached out to me. That's how I got that interview with Greg Cady.
Oh, okay.
He saw me on another website talking about it. He was like, "You want to talk sometime about block?" I was kind of like, I wasn't really dissing him. I was just, questioning him, and he,
so dude pulled up on your ass. He pulled up on your ass. Like you got something to say. I
thought it was a fake. I was like, man, who was this playing? And called him.
Don't say you got.
I'm like, oh, really is him.
Who did you say it was? Who did you say it was?
Greg Cady, the guy who solved the Biggie murder.
Yeah, man, and your ass, he pulled up on your ass because you was talking out it. What you call it, greasy shit. You was talking about. Yeah, you was talking hard about him and all that. And you pulled up on your ass and you was on that. Oh, I was just playing. You did it like that?
No.
Yeah,
No, I was just playing. I talked my shit when I interviewed him.
Oh, boy, you went
he saw me emceeing and said, how can I be with that? How can I be down with that?
Now you cap. That's cap. Go ahead.
No, that is I can show you the whole I got the whole text conversation.
All right.
But another person, I don't want to jinx this yet, so I ain't gonna say his name. But this is another notorious person that you may or may not have heard of. And he has family that lives in the city. And when I saw the name on the person, saw the last name, I said that person's name. And they were like, yeah, that's my cousin, blah, blah. Long story short, we changed numbers and, he's supposed to, check out the site and, don't tell me, if you want to interview or not. He probably said it's too small for him.
Who is
you know
it?
what I'm saying?
You don't want to say who it is? You don't want to say who it is?
No, I don't want to jinx it. Just trust me. When I see it, when y'all see it, some people will know. The Hip Hop University will know. Hip Hop University will know.
Man, don't bring no motherfucking Dougie Fresh up in here thinking people about to view that. Don't bring Dougie Fresh up in here thinking that everybody. You look, bro. You can bring Dougie Fresh to the Black Family Reunion, but that's it.
But you were one like Dougie Fresh. Wasn't that you? In that little album cover, just like Dougie Fresh in some biker shorts.
Nah, what? Oh, you capping today, huh? I see.
I'm not capping.
You on a roll
you
today?
On the album cover?
That's all right. You on a roll today. I was not on the album cover.
No, you was wearing. You had a nice season. You had a nice even season, but you had like a green tracksuit.
Oh, see, you on some other shit right now, Fame. You got me mixed up. But it's cool. I'm gonna get you back. Don't worry about it. It ain't gonna be today.
I remember the picture you put it on here, B.
Nah, I ain't never been on no green tracksuit.
What up, man?
You got me down for the
I'm sorry, Mike.
This dude got me down in some biker shorts like 357, Oaktown 357 and shit. I ain't never had no biker shorts on, bro. You tripping. You tripping, bro.
Something you and your mans in them, like some little like
you on some bullshit.
Y'all did.
You on some bullshit. I ain't had no biker shorts on and all that shit. I think I know what you're talking about, but it ain't that. I'm gonna let people go find it.
But those wasn't biker shorts.
Hell no. What are you talking about, bro?
You said you know what I'm talking about, but those wasn't biker shorts.
I know you're talking about a picture, but I don't know about no picture like what you talking about. I think I know what you're talking about, but it ain't know what you describing.
Okay.
You sound crazy as hell, bro.
Sometimes my eyes lie to me. I wear glasses to fix that.
Yeah, I know. You need to go get them. You need to get them. It's about time to go get an evaluation.
It is. Coming up on the second year, probably in October. So yeah, I'll probably get some new spectacles Octoberish. And there was a couple other things that you guys were talking about. Everything was very interesting.
Good.
For the most part.
So we done our job.
What'd you say, man?
I said that's good. I've done my job. What do you think about the comment I made about the Roland Martin piece about him capping for Vice President Harris, saying that price gouging is going on right now? And then I brought that story up showing what he brought that story up, and I just debunked it. I clearly showed it was some bullshit that he was trying to sell to our people. I'm sorry, Davis Denise, you're right. I'm about to. As soon as I get this dude, as soon as I get Serena Williams, who's serving all these badass hot balls to me, then I'm gonna get to it. I promise. I got something for that. I'm about to talk about 50 Cent of that land that he bought.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. 50 Cent.
What's happening?
That guy, Hurricane Chris. That one hit wonder.
Yeah, I got that video.
Mad at 50 Cent for not, including. He's not mad that because when I was saying there were some Louisiana artists that were in the event.
Sure.
He just wasn't in it.
Right. Because
you know what I'm saying? You're a one-hit wonder. The kid thinks he's historical in hip hop because he had one little jingle. During the weakest era of rap ever. If it ain't now, it was then.
Right.
When that kid made that song, and but here's the thing that people aren't looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Back when hip hop was changing from being, you had to be like me, an MC, lyrical, spit the metaphors, make people think, make people say, rewind that.
Okay.
How like when I call people be doing that shit. Back then when rap was changing, the South started emerging, and they were saying like, hey, this is business, y'all blah blah blah, this business, blah blah, we doing business, but this, that, the other, and New York was like, no, y'all messing up the culture.
Right.
Well, now, fast forward 20, 30 years later, 50 Cent down in there in Louisiana, according to them, or at least that guy, Hurricane Chris, 50 Cent toying with the culture while involving himself in business.
Well, see, that's a perfect example.
To Hurricane Chris, I'll say this much. The same shit that makes you laugh will make you cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't do nothing for your own damn hometown with that one little jingle you had.
I agree.
You're not effective enough. Leave that man alone. He's allowed to go buy property wherever the hell he wants to, and he's allowed to and see, 50's got real, money, hundreds of millions. He's gonna get real police protection. Police, Navy SEALs, he's gonna get real protection there, not homeboy security. Especially
in Shreveport, like in Louisiana, bro, that area is so infested with I don't give a shit ass people that somebody, bro, that's an easy place to get hit. If one of your enemies want to get you, and they know that you there, they know that they can spend little or nothing to get you hit in a city like that. Because people are so desperate, and
won't care if kids is around.
Wouldn't care. Wouldn't give a damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't give a damn.
Wouldn't give a rip. So yeah, that's all I got.
I got the video.
I was a little elongated today because Emmanuel's on, and I appreciate you staying on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on another half an hour. I'm gonna talk about this story that you just brought up. I had it on the go, and Davis Denise been waiting for me to talk about it, and a few others. I'm gonna talk about it here as soon as you hang up. I got two videos. I got the video of the young man complaining. What'd you say his name was?
Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane Chris, one hit wonder.
You remember the little jingle he made? Hey, baby.
Yeah. I know.
He didn't get put in the 50 Cent video. Now he's crying hey, baby.
But that's crazy because there were Louisiana rappers on that thing. Master P performed and several others performed.
Like I said, he's just mad because he wasn't allowed to perform or invited to perform.
Exactly. It kind of
don't matter, young man. When the history of rap is written, nobody's going to give a rip about Hurricane Chris.
It rings the bell.
You might get mentioned in a series of rappers who had one hit wonders.
Yeah, it rings the bell how Roland Martin got upset that the black journalist group didn't have him up on the panel. So now he want to trash it. He want to go over there and act crazy. He want to go in there and make it about black men. Y'all ain't got no black man that'll stand up to Donald Trump on the stage. What a lot of people don't know, and I'm gonna say this, I should have said it earlier in the show because a lot of people have gone. But I'm gonna tell y'all, if you listen to Hillary Clinton last night, I don't know, most of those speeches in that damn convention last night, they were like catered to women. I don't know what it is. Y'all gonna get mad at me for saying this. I meant to say this earlier today, but the Democratic Party has no respect for men, and they surely don't have respect for black men. Everything over there is catered to women. It's catered to feelings and emotions. And unfortunately, you see how we are as black men in this country right now. We don't have the strength. All right. Any strong man that you see has a stronger woman next to him. And y'all know if you pull up Barack Obama, everybody like Michelle Obama more than they like Barack Obama. And he's the closest to he's going to be the closest as stature to his woman. Everybody else, if you black and you got a woman, people respect a woman more. And look at I done said this on this show plenty of times. Why do you have people like Iris Rowley and them downtown doing shit that black men are supposed to be doing? Because black men for some odd reason, we don't have the same oomph and push that the women do. And it's clear. Women didn't have to carry everything from us and then raise us. And they used to carrying and fighting on and all that old shit for us. So it only makes sense that we soft and have no position in politics. We don't.
Hold the hell on.
Oh, hey, bro.
What do you mean we? You all from damn plural.
Hey, bro, I don't care what you say, what you want to say. I mean, look at all the gay stuff that's running through that agenda.
We ain't soft.
Yes, we
nothing about
bro.
being soft. Wait a minute.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you what's going on over there, bro.
Wait a minute. Who's the one that you called? Who did you call and say, hey, Fame, man, you got to chill out on my people? Blah, blah,
wait a minute, hold on, Fame. Fame, hold on.
I'm not soft.
Let me ask. Calm down, bro. Bring your chest back in for a minute. I'm gonna ask you a question. Maybe it didn't even pertain to you. Are you a black man that's a Democrat? So why jump out your skin? I don't see you as being a Democrat.
I'm offended that you would offend me with such a question.
But why would you? But why would my? Wait a minute, hold on.
Hold on, B. I'm the one that started this shit. You know, black men speaking openly about the Democrats. I'm the one that started that shit.
Okay, so why did you get out of your feelings when I said
another platform?
So okay, so why did you just get out of your feelings when I made my comment about guys being soft because of what they, you know what I'm saying? Because of how they are.
A lot of these men are soft, but you kept saying we, and I'm like, well,
because we black. You
need to be more singular with that.
Well, okay, listen. You got to be careful when you're sitting in this seat over here, because when I start talking that y'all shit, then they say, well, you don't think you black. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we. You got to just kind of just be with me and follow me, bro, because I got to take responsibility. I'm black just like anybody else is black. So when I say we, I mean it in general. If you let's look at that. Did you hear what Hillary Clinton said last night? She wasn't talking to black. She wasn't talking to men. She was talking.
No, bro, I didn't watch it.
Okay,
I don't get into the political
I seen a lot of it, bro, and I'm telling you, bro. If you look at the demographic of the people that's cheering for Vice President Harris, okay? Look at the men who capping and saying shit and not doing their research on what's right and what's wrong, and just look at it.
All stems, wives with hyphenated last names, wives who find it appropriate and within the natural order to argue with random men, you know, just stuff like that. These are men who don't have their wives in check.
And I don't know about, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. We got a dude that bitches and complains about grown ass men and some women that call the station and they get upset because they say Vice President Harris' first name Kamala Harris. They say it wrong. And when Republicans,
that's a monkey ass shit.
I know, but let me point on that. And you and I know that's some corny shit. It's really some shit that's just propaganda. That's just you know, just playing to your crowd. I get that. It's bullshit. It's dirt. It's dumb. It looked like some gun line shit. It looked like tap dancing for them and all that. It's all of that as far as I'm concerned. But now let me tell you something, folks. Let me say this before I go on to the 50 Cent thing about what I just said, because I got to stand on what I said. But for y'all to get out of your feelings because somebody say somebody's name wrong, that's ridiculous to me. And just for the record, none of them ninjas are saying her name right. You know, one and only person who says her name properly, Fame?
Who's that?
Vivek Ramaswamy is the only person who says Kamala Harris's name properly. Do you know why he's the only one who says it right? He's the guy from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's an Indian descent.
Fucked up. It's hard to say.
Because he understands the meaning. Why are you so out of your damn mind about this lady's name? It's not even a black name. It's an Indian name with an Indian meaning, okay? It has a meaning of something that's Indian related. It's not a black name, and you jumping all out your skin because somebody's saying some shit wrong when they bringing up issues and issues, policies. That's when y'all want to get in your feelings about somebody saying her name wrong. And here's the thing, bro. If it was just people like he's describing saying her name wrong, that would be one thing. But you got politicians that cater to what they talking about, and they saying her name wrong. And the host is saying her name wrong. None of them are saying her name right because it's an Indian name, and the only person, ironically, that's saying her name right is Vivek Ramaswamy because he's of Indian descent, and he understands how to say it. So why are they tripping?
I ain't gonna have this disrespect out of Indian woman. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in the streets of New Delhi. You ain't about to talk about my women like that. Yeah, I understand.
Well, I don't know, bro. I just think that it's a cop out when you really want to talk issues like Drop called and said, how's she ever going to be able to talk about, how's she going to get away with not talking about policies? How's she going to get away with not saying anything about the black, you know, what the black agenda is? And what I'm telling Drop is this: she don't have to, because you got gatekeepers talking about say her name right, say this right, do this right. How you going to disrespect a black woman? Why are you worried about her race? None of that is policy driven at all. None of that has any significance of what's really going on. And as long as she can float down the river and not have real conversations, That's how you win. I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I'm not going to hate on them because that's how they pushing over. But what I will say, you get what you vote for. If you fall asleep at the wheel, don't get mad if you run into a brick wall.
Right. No, you're 100% right. I just don't want to get involved in politics like that. But you're 100% right though on that. So, hey man, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. It's been real.
All right.
I'm actually sitting with two dudes that probably grew up with you on Williamsburg. Jay and Dutch.
Jay.
But yeah.
Jay who? Jay Dismute?
Huh?
Jay Dismute?
No, that ain't his last name. No.
Oh, that's the only one I know on Williamsburg.
Say what?
Jay Dismute grew up on Williamsburg.
No, that ain't his last name though.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying that's the only Jay I know from the Faye. You said Faye on Williamsburg.
Yeah. But his name was. That's not his last name, unless that's what y'all call me. But you guys have a mutual friend. Your former babysitter Tracy, but
okay.
But yeah, that's all I got, man. It's always a pleasure. I gotta get out of here.
All right,
like this bridge traffic.
All right, brother.
Y'all be safe out here, and I'll check out with y'all real soon. But until then, Wyatt, be well.
All right, brother. Take it easy. That was Fame. It sounded like somebody was calling him for something. I don't know what that is, but good. I'm glad. Thanks for engaging with us, Fame. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I meant to say this a long time ago. I meant to say this when we had an audience, when we had at the beginning, when we had the conversations about that convention. And all I heard last night predominantly was, I'm sorry, man. I'm a grown ass man and I say what I say. I watched it as long as I could last night because it got late. I really wanted to hear what President Biden was going to say, but I couldn't stay up. I get up really early. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I mean, what I hear coming from the Democratic Party is just a little bit different for me. I mean, and what really woke me up. Now, I was paying attention, but what really woke me up is when Hillary Clinton came out. She solidified how I was feeling about this shit. I kept falling back like, well, wait a minute. Like that was that speaker, that was that speaker, that was that speaker. And they all pretty much was playing in the same orchestra. I get it. But then when Hillary Clinton comes out and gets the big applause, I'm not mad at that at all. She's been part of this party. She's driven it. And her husband was the president and they got skeletons and all that old shit. So I'm not mad. I know politics. I know what they're doing. That's their trophy. That's really the Nancy Pelosi before I even knew much about Nancy Pelosi. That's the white lady that controls shit and runs shit. All right. That's just what it is. They don't like to admit it. But that's what, as much as they hate the orange white man that don't do nothing for nobody, they don't understand that they got a couple of them on the other side. They got a Nancy Pelosi and they have a Hillary Clinton over there that is absolutely running shit over there. And it was proven to me last night when I was listening to what she was pandering, what she was saying. I'm like, where are the black men? Where are the black people? Where are the black men, not black people? Where are the black men who's standing on something over there? Y'all standing on what the women doing. You sitting women's rights to choose, all this old shit. Y'all also pushing the agendas for the transgender and all that old shit. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you are. AOC, Daryl Carpenter said, I didn't know AOC was that fine. She little sexy Puerto Rican. See how you say that? You're absolutely right. She's a cutie pie. White man. Get mad at me as you want to, but she's the same one that said white people destroying this country. White people, white people, white people. And here we are, a Puerto Rican girl. I'm sure she could have found a Puerto Rican man somewhere in her great world of being a part of Puerto Rican. But why do you call white people the destroyers of this country, but yet you tend to marry one? And I'm not against interracial marriages. It just don't make sense to me to sit back and talk bad about somebody all the time, talk bad about those people, and then you end up marrying one, or you're engaged. She's engaged to a white dude. She's not married to one. I don't understand how you do that. I don't get it. I don't understand how Kamala Harris got all these roots of being black and all that old shit. Y'all say whatever you want to say. HBCU grad, did this, did that. You couldn't find a brother at the HBCU? I know. Love don't have no boundaries. Love don't have no boundaries. Love is love. I know all that old shit. That's what you say when the agenda, when the narrative is opposite of what you've been saying all these years. You know, when the Supreme Court justice dude had his white woman, he wanted to be white. But when your sister get up there as Supreme Court justice, now love is love. You can't help who you love, who you fall in love with. Let that sister be she can love whoever she want to love. Okay, all right. Got a man dressed up in a whole army outfit, but it's the female army outfit. Y'all support that shit. I don't know what it is, but I ain't seen it. Look, it seemed like y'all pander. I would be a damn good Democrat. I would be a great Democrat because I got the mouthpiece to be one and I understand the targets. I understand the target. All I got to do is pander to black women, and I can talk all that shit. I could do that. I could do it. I just don't do it because it's not my true feelings. It's not what I am. It's not how I stand. And I'm looking at people like, what's the guy named down in Atlanta who ran against Herschel Walker? Do you know somebody on the radio today said his speech was as powerful as Martin Luther King? The woman beater dude. Broadnex or some shit is his name. What's his name? Somebody actually said that man. And you know what? The gatekeepers are going to be like, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. You trying to tell me that man who was throwing his tenants out, Warnock, thank you, twin. He was throwing his black tenants out during COVID, owes back child support, domestic violence, 3 counts of domestic violence on his wife. Wife was on dash cam explaining to the police, I don't want to get him in trouble, but he do hit me and this and that, telling the police what was going on. And y'all gonna tell me that man is as powerful, his speech was as powerful as Martin Luther King. Boy, I tell you, boy, black men, we need to get our shit together. We got to get our shit together. I would be a Democrat if we was going for the right thing. Now, y'all might not believe this, but some of us do have an independent mind. Some of us, just because we don't go full throttle on the Democratic Party or go for them full throttle, you think, well, he must be one of them, because we just don't have this independent way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't think that way. Somebody think if you're not on my team, then you are op. If you're not a Democrat, you a Trumpster. Can't be an independent. That don't exist in their mind. You just not one of them, so you got to be one of them. You one of those. And that's what I really liked about what Roland Martin said on the stage in Cincinnati. Now, I didn't see I didn't see the night before when he talked. I seen him at Sawyer Point on my phone, and I caught the tail end of his speech. And what he was talking about was voting as a voting block. And I'm like, damn, this was strong. I like that. I don't know what all of you said before that. I don't know what he said the night before in Cincinnati about any of that. I don't know. But I do know that he talked a lot of bullshit, but that particular day, I thought he was on point. Now, let me get to this one thing before I get out of here. I got to go. I got 15 minutes and I'm 14 minutes and I want to get this done because I promised Davis Denise, she's probably already gone, but I promised her that I would talk about this. Some of y'all don't understand why I rock with 50. Curtis Jackson. Daryl Carpenter said, because you defend Trump, that's why people think you are a Trumpster. You go hard on Democrats and defend Trump. No, I go hard on the shit that I hear that's wrong. What do they talk more about Trump on the radio, or do they talk about their savior? Who do they talk more about? I bet you any amount of money, if you take a notepad and listen to how many times they say Vice President Harris's name or Biden's name, you can combine Harris and Biden's name and count every time you hear them once. You can count that, but they can team up against Trump's, how much attention he get. And Trump will kick them in the ass when it come down to how much they talk about Trump over on the radio. So I corrected, just like I corrected Drop today on that. You ain't gonna do nothing for black people. Now, I ain't gonna let y'all get that off on Vice President Harris. I know the context that she was talking about. I know what she was talking about. All right. And I'm going to bring it to the light. I don't need to fake an argument or I don't need false argument to make my points. I know she ain't going to do nothing for black people because she's an American thinking individual. A lot of black people don't carry themselves or hold themselves in the American kind of way. They want something specific, but they don't really, her way of thinking was, if I do something for Americans, black people will benefit from that. That ain't good enough for some black folks. That ain't what they want. They want to hear what you're going to do for us like you did for the LGBTQ or for the Asian community. We want something specific for us. Makes sense to me. I ain't arguing it. But the truth of the matter is her argument means when I give $25,000 for everybody's home down payment, yeah, I know maybe only 200,000 blacks will benefit. And yeah, I know 14 million whites will benefit. Just be good that those 200,000 benefited. You got something as an American. Me, I need to be on the Lions. I need to get the Lions portion of the meal sometime. And that's not what they can. None of these politicians are giving black folks the Lions portion of what they talking about. It's just like affirmative action. And it's just like when we're going for these contracts, and it's like, you know, you're putting this in the same bucket as white women when it come down to affirmative action. How is it that this is supposed to be beneficial for black folks, but white people benefit from it more? How could white women benefit something that's put in place for black people? And it ain't really put in place for black people. It's the crumbs that black folks accept. Can we get something without including somebody else? And I'm going to tell you a little secret. Somebody just brought up AOC, right? If she run for president in 2028, watch what they say about her. First Latino black woman. First Latino black woman to run. Second to run, and she's gonna be. They're gonna pass the torch off to the Latino, to the Puerto Rican black. That's what they're gonna do, because y'all fall for that bullshit. Because not one person on here right now could say what policy Vice President Harris is coming in that's gonna benefit black folks specifically. I'd like to hear it. What has been proposed? See, Drop said it. He said the truth. He told the truth, but I told him a little bit more, I just extended the truth. He said she got to come out and say something. I said, I don't think she really got to come out and say anything. She's doing fine. She's doing well. She's catching up. She's where Biden should have been when he was in the race. You think I'm going to believe a bunch of people that covered up what they just did to that President Biden guy? You really think they did? They performed a little, I called him a little Caesar. They just did a Caesar on him. They stabbed him in the back and smiled in his face and watched the coins fall out of his pocket. I'm going to tell you some truth that you ain't going to hear nowhere. On a conservative channel, on a left-wing channel, none of them about to tell you what I'm about to tell you right now. Let me tell you why he's gone. He's gone because Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, and the Obamas and a couple other people, and the dark money that's involved, pushed him out. And the only reason why he went out without screaming and hollering and, all that old shit, because he publicly said it and they had to calm him down. People in my party want me to get out, and the elites is what he said. So he wasn't talking about your little local congressman. He ain't talking about them little punk ass motherfuckers. He talking about the big wigs. He said the elites in my party are trying to get me to get out. Now they ain't say, he's not saying that. He's saying it was his decision. Yeah, but you was forced out. You was forced out. They performed a coup on your ass. And let me tell you how they did it. Joe, we don't want to do an Article 20. We don't want to do a 25 on you. We don't want to do a 25 on you, brother. So you either going to do this the easy way or the hard way. Not to mention, we'll make a deal with you. Soon as we bring in the new president, we'll make sure that all the information and all the shit that's about to happen to you from this money overseas and your son Hunter, we'll make sure that he gets a pardon for all that. His conviction. Yeah. Joe he wasn't trying to get out the race because he got to save his son. Now I know he said he wasn't going to give him a pardon, but that's bullshit. I don't know a parent. He's still crying about Bo and all them dying and all that, and it's respectful. I don't know a parent that'll send their kid to jail. I don't know one. I'll send them to a halfway house. You get your shit together over there. But I ain't about to send my kid to no penitentiary or no federal joint. It's not good. So he can lie to some people, but he can't lie. He can't jump on me. So they made a deal with him that we'll make sure all these loose ends that you thought you was going to take care of on your second term, we'll take care of that. You have our word. Now get the fuck up out of here. We about to put this black woman in here, and everybody's going to be cool with it because it's a black woman. And if y'all don't remember, on that Thursday, the weekend before he announced he wasn't going to run again, I told you, he ain't sick with COVID. He might not last this weekend. He probably will drop out this weekend, and he did it. Who remember that? I know I didn't say it. I said he might not last through this weekend. He might drop out this weekend. And I said they only got one choice. There's no other choice. Y'all can say there's choices, but there's no choice who was going to come in behind him. And y'all want to call what happened democracy. The same people that's trying to sell you on somebody who going to take your democracy did a full coup in broad daylight and told y'all Negroes who going to be y'all next running, who going to run for president. They did it to you, regardless if you want to agree with it or not. You didn't vote for her to be your next coming president. You didn't vote for that. You voted for her to be your VP. You didn't vote. And I know it's not against the rules, but where's the democracy? They just dictated who gonna be your running mate. And I know there's people that say shit to me in these little comments like, why you got something to do? Why you want to say something about how we choose who run for us? I'm not saying anything of how you chose, because you didn't choose. You're not the Democratic Party. Stop acting like the Democratic Party is yours. It ain't yours. You do what they tell you to do. Stop. What charge and what influence, what? All right, let's go back. Well, Wyatt, what do the Republicans do for you? What do the Democrats do for you? That's regardless of what they do for me, or being an independent or being a Democrat. Don't worry about what they do for me. You the one bragging and thinking that your party got the shit ready to go. I'm not worried about what your house doing for real, but don't come up here talking about y'all who people trying to vote for. Y'all trying to say he gonna steal democracy, and your party just shows you how they don't care about democracy right in your face. And then they use these words like, well, it's not against the rules to do this. It's not against the rules. Okay. It may not be against the rules, but you show democracy in making your point and making your pick for your president. How do you know? See, this is called being on code. This is being on code. Nobody fought against Kamala Harris being in that spot. Nobody fought it. You know why they didn't fight it? You know why they wouldn't let that RFK dude run up against Biden? The Democratic Party did everything they could to shine him away. He had to now turn around and be an independent so he can continue on his strive to be the president of the United States. It shows you that they have control. They don't have a democracy, y'all. Sorry. They don't have a democracy. And the best thing a bully ever tell you to do is not trust somebody that's going to do you the way they'll do you. That's how you manipulate the mind. Yo, you don't want to trust dude? Dude, will fuck you over, man. Come cop for me. He'll rob you. And that'll be the dude that'll rob you. Any real dudes out here know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the biggest finesse game in the world. Don't take your money over there. Come over here and spend it with us. As soon as they get your ass over there, they do you dirty. And now you can't even afford to go over and do the business with the person you should have been doing business with in the first place. Biggest finesse game ever, and it's been going on for decades. And you know what? Here's the thing. The manipulative game played the same part. The manipulative game played the same part. That's why you got people, black folks, that's scared to say out in broad daylight, yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. They ain't going to say that shit. You know why? Because you can't even call the radio and give a legitimate argument of why you want to go, because they're going to call you crazy. They're going to outcast you. You go to the grocery store, you might fuck around and have a fight. Now, let me ask you something. How many black folks can walk around Cincinnati and say that, well, I'm voting for Kamala Harris, and you a threat to get hit? Somebody gonna say some shit to you that's just way out of line. How many of y'all can go to the grocery store? You can go to Kroger tomorrow, pick up a piece of bread, pick up a thing of bread, and when you're walking out, you see somebody that got on that you know, and they be like, hey, I'm going to vote. And who you got? And you say, well, I'm voting for Vice President Harris. There's no threat that anything ever happened to you or something stupid or something come out of somebody's mouth of a threat to you. You can't do that if you're thinking about voting for Trump. You can't. And here's the reason. It's a manipulative game. They got you so rattled and they got you thinking so bad about your choices, you don't even want to share your choices. They don't even know how you live. The biggest thing that I hate to hear people say, and I hear it all from them old motherfuckers over there, they say shit like, I don't understand why black people would even vote for that guy. Maybe it's not the guy they're voting for. Maybe it's the policies. Maybe they live a certain kind of way. Maybe it's best for their lifestyle. It's the same thing where if you say, I don't care if Joe Biden is on life support and sitting on a gurney dying, I'm still gonna vote for him. You're not voting for Joe Biden, are you? You're probably voting just so the other guy won't get in. And your dumb ass ain't even paying attention to the policies that this man buy. Because you voting identity. You're not voting for the policies. I'm going to tell you something that Judge Joe Brown said. I am going to put something in my link. Judge Joe Brown is going against Michael Eric Dyson on stage. They're basically having this talk back and forth about policies and things going on in the black community. Now, if y'all know Michael Eric Dyson, he one of them brothers that use big words to describe walking the dog. He used big words to go get the mail out the mailbox. He just used big words just to sound smart. He just wants to sound intelligent by saying it's raining outside. And then you got somebody like Joe Brown, who's just an older, just keeps shit all the way funky, and he said the way it needed to be said. I got that video of them two going back and forth about some things that's going on in our community, and it's long. It's an hour and 15 or an hour and 20 minutes long. It's like a show like this. But it's a good thing to watch. And the reason why I say it's a good thing to watch is because you got one person explaining things. Hold on. Seabreeze says, check. Good point, Wyatt. Can you highlight some of the Trump policies you might be supporting? I'll say one thing right now. If you want to get inflation down, you have to be self-sufficient. Here's the thing. A lot of people say that you can't back up some of the policies that you support. I'm not suggesting you, Seabreeze. I'm saying I hear people saying, well, the Republicans don't have nothing to run on. They don't have nothing to run on. They don't have nothing to say about what's going on. That's a fucking lie. If you watch some of the things that Republicans are talking about, you might, just like I hear some of the things that Democrats are running on, and I hear what Republicans are running on. It's not a fair argument to say that one side ain't arguing some policies and one is. One is this. Number one is this. I would love the fact that we can become energy sufficient. Because when you become energy sufficient, that means that now your cost of goods start to go down, because when you get a transit situation that costs so much to operate, it makes your products go up. The first thing you do to damage, let me ask you something. Let me ask you this one, Seabreeze. I'm not asking, I'm going to see if you understand this one. If you go to war with, say for instance, we go to war with Russia. There's certain spots in America that are on the hit list. You get what I'm saying? There's certain things that they want to hit in America that they know will affect us in that war. Just killing people is not enough. You don't just hit people. You hit them strategically. It's just like Ukraine and Russia right now. What are they hitting? Ukraine is going over there, and they're hitting oil wells. They're hitting things that's hurting them, their economy. You see what I'm saying? They're making it hard for them to eat. What are they doing over in has what's the place? Palestine, not Palestine, but the Israel war. You see what they're hitting? They're making it hard for people to eat. They're making it hard for their trucks to function. That's how you tear up a person's economy. So what do you think they're doing right here in America when we can't become self-sufficient in our energy? It makes everything go up because now trucks cost more to transport things. Not only that, we got to buy oil from other companies like Iran, other countries. Iran. We're enriching other countries because what we're doing is we're basically bowing the knee, bending the knee to policies of the Green Deal. Oh, no, we're not going to let them drill. And y'all fell for that drilling shit a long time ago. Talking about they got 19,000 leases. They probably do. But those leases those leases have restrictions. They have restrictions on them. So I can't do a survey. If I got a lease to be able to drill, that's great. Now you can look at me and say, but you have a lease, Wyatt. You can drill. You can make all the oil you want. But wait a minute, sir. I need a permit to be able to do a survey. Well, no, we ain't giving out no surveys. So you're going to give me a lease, and all I got to do is do my own surveying without being able to drill in the proper spots. I can't do a survey, but yet you get the credit of me having a lease, but I can't work my work is not done properly. So you want me to go out there and spend $1.2 million in drill for nothing and hope I hit gold, hope I hit oil. I got to do that 5 or 6 times and maybe hit. Now it's costing me money to do that. So I'm not going to utilize that lease. So the argument is, but there's 19,000 leases out there. I heard somebody say the other day, when the Keystone pipeline went down, why should we be mad at that? What do you mean? Oh, we don't even own it as Americans. Canada own it? Yeah, they do. But let me ask you something. You're right. When it closed down, 30,000 workers went with it. American workers. So your logic is, if we don't own it, it don't matter. Let me make it make sense to you. If the Toyota plant if the Honda plant closes in Indiana, you shouldn't worry about that because we don't own that plant. It's a Japanese company. Japan own it, so we shouldn't worry about it. So you telling me a plant that closes in Indiana shouldn't matter to us because we don't own it? How many workers do we lose in Indiana at that Honda plant? Make it make sense. So since the Keystone pipeline, we don't own it, then it's not a major factor on what's going on in our country and our gas. See how people can make arguments and it makes sense, but then it don't really make sense. It kind of makes sense. Like, well, we don't own that. So why are we worried about it? How many people work there? And how efficient is it for us to get things done here? That's all. I ain't mad at nobody. Let's just make it make sense. I'm not mad at anybody, but stop talking like these Roland Martins and shit, talking about and I'm about to show you, for y'all that missed it, I'm about to show you how Vice President Harris is right about this price gouging. Look at this company that produces eggs. Republicans are always bitching and complaining about the cost of eggs and bread. Look at this. This is a proof that price gouging is going on. Wait a minute. This is a price gouging situation from 2004. It's not even relevant in 2024. This is from 2004 through 2008. It was a case that just now got settled in 2023 for $53 million. Why would you even, Mr. Martin, why would you bring that in your argument unless you're trying to finesse people? That's exactly what you were doing, bro. This is what I be talking about when I talk about leaders. We're only as good as our leadership because we have to depend on our leaders. You have to depend on them. If Roland Martin and them going to be if they're going to be the reporters, if they're going to report it, report the news and report economics to us properly, we have to depend on them. So they got to play fair and be honest. But some people feel like if they just on the side of everybody, then everybody will love me. And then I can capitalize on it. I can make a little money off of it. So Seabreeze asked me a policy, maybe two. The number one policy is to become efficient, self-sufficient with your energy. Because if we were at war right now, you better duck in Cincinnati. And the reason why I say that is because they will shoot rockets right over the GE. You know why they would want to hit GE? Because that's where they make engines. Yeah. And they're going to hit other places that'll mess up our build, that'll mess up our economy. Because that's what war is about. That's what it's all about. A lot of us don't really get that. We're not there with it. We're so used to listening to that. Here's what I like to say for everybody that said last night was awesome. This is what I like to say to you. I listen to AOC. I listen to the lady from the Texas. I can't think of her name, but y'all know the lady that do the bleached blonde bougie. I mean, she hit a lick with her little phrase. That's what they do. That's what makes you popular. You got to entertain the people. You don't necessarily have to do nothing for them. You just got to entertain them. Bleach blonde bougie, built all that old goofy ass shit. Everybody, Warnock, all of them. This is what I ask everybody that's watching right now who stuck this long way out with me. This is what I would thank you, Stephen Speed, Jasmine Crockett. Deanna, thank you, Jasmine Crockett. Here's what I'd like to ask you. Go do some research, not on them. You ain't got to research them, because that would be me attacking a black woman. That would be me attacking a black man. What I would like you to do is I'd like you to look at their districts. Go off and look at Warnock's district. Go off and look at Jasmine Crockett's district. Go off and look at AOC's district and see how the people living in their districts and what kind of business they doing. See how they doing their people. They upstaging. They up on a stage trying to get to the next level. They don't give a shit about what's going on with their people. Do you ever hear them talk about them? Just listen. Are they specific? Are they specific in their conversations about what's going on in their districts? You ever heard them have a district conversation? Cori Bush just got voted out. She's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Cori Bush got voted out in St. Louis. You ever heard her say anything about the violence that's going on in St. Louis? No. They're talking about what's going over in Gaza. Stop the killing and the bombing in Gaza. You got killing and bombing and shooting and shit going on in St. Louis, and you ain't saying shit about it. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. You got the mayor of Detroit talking at the damn DNC last night, talking about how great Chicago is. Thank you for coming to Chicago. I guess it is great when you got the National Guards in protecting all the bougie ass Democrats coming in town. Where are all the damn immigrants? Why you got the border wall up against the damn place that the DNC having y'all convention? Y'all put a board up around that. You ain't got rid of Spot Shooter yet, but as soon as they get their ass out of town, y'all done already voted for Spot Shooter to go. So when the DNC elites the Boule leave, then Spot Shooter leave. Fuck out of here. You're showing people in broad daylight what's wrong with you. I just ain't happen to be a follower. And I don't give a fuck who like me and who don't like me. That's just the difference between me. I'm independent. I can say what I want to say. And then you got the people who say, but you don't go that hard on the Republicans. Why? Y'all go hard. You got enough shows that go hard on the Republicans right here in town that look like me. You got enough people that's doing it. You don't need another one, do you? Why would I sit here and talk about the Republicans? The shows y'all watch do that. You don't need me to do it. Makes no sense. Make it make sense. All I know is most people that talk about somebody, there's only a couple reasons why you talk about them. You want to be them, or you like them. You like them a lot. You want to be them. That's all I say. Because look, if Vice President Harris was so dope, and I'm not saying, I ain't saying she ain't a good person. I don't know. I know I have my hesitations about things, about people. I'm a body reader. All right, that's just me. But if she's so good and her policies are so great, you don't have to talk about Trump. All you got to say is, I can't wait till November the 6th, Because when November the 6th come in, I'm gonna go ahead and apply to get me a house. When November the 6th come in, I can't wait because I'm gonna go on over to Kroger's and tell them they gonna lower their prices this week because my vice president is now the president and the price is about to go down. Because she said that's what she gonna do. So I can't wait till November the 6th. This is what we got coming, y'all. Let's talk about what we got coming. Not what if he get in. You beating a dead horse. Do you really think that they talking on the radio to people that's going to be voting for Trump? They reinforcing their feelings every day. Every day that's the preacher preaching to the same people with the same sermon every day for 365 days in a year. I shouldn't say that. For 52 Sundays. How would you feel if you was in a congregation and your preacher came in last week talking about something, and then the next week talk about the same thing, and the week after that talk about the same thing, the week after that talk about the same thing for 52 Sundays? Would you feel like you learning anything? Would you feel like your preacher might be limited? Wouldn't you feel like maybe there ain't nothing else in this world because that's all that preacher talk about all the time? And the person he's talking about in his sermon, why does he talk about Philip being gay all the time? Philip is gay, and this preacher been telling us Philip is gay for 52 fucking weeks. I'm gonna start thinking this preacher must be fucking gay. You too interested in how Philip is living. Anybody else want to know any of my policies that I believe in? I believe in school choice. Have you heard anybody in that DNC in those meetings talk about better schools and how they gonna make it happen? Have you heard anybody talk about our kids? Look, here's what blow my mind. Well, Biden put more money in the HBCUs than any president ever. That didn't count the $260 million that the Trump dude did. Now, Biden put more money up, but let's be fair. I would do it the other way around. If Biden did it and Trump didn't have nothing to do with it, I would give Biden all the credit. But are you going to forget that the Trump put $260 million a year to HBCUs, guaranteed financing for the next 10 years? As if that's nothing. Oh, since Biden did more money, then his mean more. So if Trump hate black people, why even give HBCs anything? Fuck them, right? Fuck them. Here's what I don't like about Biden or Trump giving HBCs any money. You're going to get mad at me, but it might make sense. I believe they should give money, but I'm saying, let me tell you why I think it's a little ass backwards. How you going to build up your universities, but the places that need to be restored and fixed in education, 92% of black children of public school kids, 92% of public school kids in the city of Atlanta are reading at a low proficiency. They're not at state regulated proficiency. 92%. But yet you're going to fund HBCUs. So basically you giving money to only where a few going to go, but the majority of people that need the help the most by getting these schools together where you can then fill those universities, you don't focus on that. That's ass backwards to me. Both Trump and Biden can kiss my ass on that. And y'all want to brag on the things that they doing. Biden gave more money to the HBC. You only have an argument if Biden gave money and the other guy didn't. You only have an argument if Trump gave money and the other guy didn't. That's an argument. But when they both give the funding, it don't matter. It was well intended. But don't tell me that one is better than the other because they gave more, Are you a better Christian because you put $100 in the plate in the church versus the other Christian that gave $10 in the plate? You're a bigger Christian than that one. You put more money in there. And these are the same people that say don't judge everything by money. Oh my God. Make it make sense. I didn't heard people say they don't have nothing to run on. I've seen it. I've heard people say that the Republicans have nothing to run on. And you know what? If you say a lie, if you say things long enough and strong enough, if you're confident in your lie, if you're confident in your misinformation, people will believe it. Some people don't believe that that people will rob a bank in broad daylight. Some people don't think that like you will get something bad can happen. Like somebody will just snatch your purse and bribe. Not everything bad happens at nighttime. Some things bad happen in the daylight. And I'm going to tell you the truth about how I feel about it. Some ain't going to like it, but I'm going to say it. The truth of the matter is I believe in independence. I believe in a party that'll allow me to get out here and get what I need to get, not get what they give me. Because when you start taking shit from people, y'all know my own thing. If you allow them to feed you, then you allow them to starve you. You know it's my word. But here's the other thing. I do believe that one group just gives you enough over broke. Yeah, I know. Think about it for a second. One group give you just enough over broke. And you become dependent. And you really think they're doing something for you. Outside of identity politics, I'm still waiting for somebody to come to me and tell me a plan. Tell me where you fit in this plan. If it ain't about the money, you can miss me. How could everything you say, I don't care if somebody say, boy, that bathroom in Walmart is dirty as hell. Ain't nobody been in there and cleaned shit up. And you could say, yeah, you know them dirty ass Republicans don't wipe their ass behind themselves. They the ones that made the bathroom dirty. And you ain't even seen nobody walk in there. You just clearly blame the Republicans because the bathroom in there dirty. You just need somebody to just be the villain. You just need somebody to be the bad guy. And it makes you feel smart. It makes you feel like you're moving the needle for your people. And all you doing is voting for shit that's keeping us just a step over broke. That's my time. Peace and love to y'all. See y'all tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
We got London on the track.
Whoa. Yeah, man, TIP in this motherfucker with me, nigga. To the max with it. Rex.
I count 6 shots.
Bustin' out the bando. A nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart lips. And that if it need make my hip limp. I'm going fishing with these little bitty strip dips. And my bankroll kinda big dip. Woo. She gon' bring it on a big ship. Quite trail, no quick trip. I got drugs in the alley, no tip. Yeah. She just wanna have a good day. Smoke way more weed than the guy in LA. I hold them birds till next May. Never let them fly away. Hey, this is what my nigga Tip say.
Don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I packed in 11, I packed in 11. Boom. I ran in the gator, my shoes are just 7.
What they say?
I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey. Man's out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey. She try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey. When it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches.
What you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing at the corner store with a pocket full of dough. I be damned if a nigga wipe a hood, ho. Learned that from UGK, back a pocket full of stone. With your money down like a buck of hard folk. You playing with it, I'ma send them through your car door. My wife flooded shit sick, got Pavo. I'm doing it for black and yellow, free hardo. The head honcho, nigga, no tonto, nigga. I'm quick to put some bricks in the Bronco, nigga. Nigga talking shit while I don't respond at all, nigga. No murder, no dough, no combo, nigga. Don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can't even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I pack an 11, I pack an 11.
Boom.
I'm riding in the gator, my shoes are just 7.
What they say?
I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey, bands out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey, when it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches. Hey,
what you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing in the trash like good blow. Yeah, made a baby, you slang that crack. Brian stole the car while he bang that act. If he ever took a law, better bring that back. Catch it with your bitch and he gon' blow your brain back there. Hey, you know you better be on your bad behavior when address me. Because by gun, we don't let them be. Nigga, disrespect me, I'ma catch a felony. For real, if you listen, I can get you paid. But not interested in shit you say. If it ain't about the money, nigga, don't be blowing me up, nigga, I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can't even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it.
I pack an 11, I pack an 11.
Boom.
I'm riding in the gator, my shoes are just 7.
What they say?
I'm slime like the Reverend, I shoot at the Reverend. Hey, bands out the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey, when it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches.
What you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing at the corner store with a pocket full of dough. I be damned if a nigga wipe a hood, ho. Learned that from UGK, back a pocket full of stone, nigga.